Bam. And just like that. You know what I mean? We're live. They can
Go.
see us, bro. How y'all doing, chat room?
What is up? Oh man. Hope y'all are staying safe out there.
Yeah.
I know it's cold.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. But hey, you're here.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah,
Why
yeah.
creams look homeless?
No, no way.
Good evening.
No, that's not what happened. That's not what I saw. Um, but yeah, no, by the way, that's really funny because Maria came in here first, well, second chat. Homeless ones still got this bum ass 3 second loop on intro. I'm sorry for the hate, but guys, homeless ones is crazy. I'm
The
out.
homeless ones is kind of sending me. Okay.
Yeah.
So guys, appreciate you being here. So manga. It's here. A lot of it.
Whoa, chat. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Oh, this is a monumentous occasion. We've been talking for less than 25 minutes, and Cream said the word manga. Like, is
Because
it
I mean the
like is
alternative
in
is they're just calling us homeless for the next
like
10
is in
minutes.
well, they're calling us homeless as a collective, but they're saying you look the part.
I mean, I appreciate that. And apparently, I love that I'm bringing you down with me.
Yeah, no,
Like
for sure. Yeah, yeah.
I'm taking you out in the streets with me. Like we're a pack. Like we're a
No, no,
duo.
no. They
Like
so what it's like is like,
box it up.
so think about it like
Meet
this,
you
right?
outside.
You know when Naoi was like Gojo and like I stand with them, but you know how like one of them is way stronger than the other? It's like that.
Yeah, I'm more homeless than you. Exactly. There's like levels to it, right?
No,
Like
100%.
there's
Like,
that guy from Speed Stream, me, and like you're like
so
you're,
that's not
you're like the
that's not what we're gonna
you're like no,
that's
no,
not how
I
we're
get
gonna
it. You're
start with
like
the stream. We're not about
you're
to
like
start
the Momo of
referencing.
homelessness to my Sukuna. No, I get it.
We're not gonna start referencing that guy from Speed Stream, bro. I don't know who that is. I'm sorry. You gotta lock in.
The guy's like my
Um,
mom's kind of homeless.
yeah.
Him, dude. Jason Love beat the
No,
crap
no,
out of
no,
Adam
no,
22.
no, no, no. Manga. You said manga, bro. Get into
Yes,
it.
yes.
Talk about your pick of the litter, bro. Go ahead. Pick a series. Talk about the series.
Sakamoto Days continues to be goofy as hell. If you were to ask me, oh, how does Sakamoto get around like pseudo Takamura, right? How does he deal with Azuki's like strongest persona?
Mhm.
I would have had 1,000 guesses before I picked Hall of Mirrors.
Yeah.
Like the idea that like this whole time, whenever he switched personalities, his brain subconsciously, like whenever he sees a mirror or some kind of reflection, makes them see themselves, absolutely fries me. Because
Yeah.
like
Uh-huh.
what, dude? Like, and why is he attacking his own reflection? Why is he attacking his own reflection? Who does that shit?
Because he has,
Like,
bro. You're not following, bro. Takamura emits bloodlust, and Takamura attacks things that emit bloodlust, so he had to attack bloodlust.
himself.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
So you think this is kind of like you think this is
Arnie?
like a very like same kind of like projection in terms of like other chapters? What would you give it? Just like I'm curious.
Solid 4.
Type. So yeah. Okay. I'm gonna be honest with you, chat. I actually kind of fucked with this chapter. I think was it something that I would say was like excellent? No. Was it Prime Sakamoto days? No. Was it ass? Also no, right? I read this and I'll be honest. I read this and I was like, dude, Suzuki, do you remember how to draw a fight, bro? Like just choreography wise, everything he's been drawing that didn't have Nagumo in it looked like it was a different person illustrating. I was like, dude, he lost his killer instinct. He dead ass lost his ability to do it. But I'll be honest,
Giving
that
Monobaka's partial credit now.
giving it tight, bro. Um, I'll be honest. There were definitely a few pages, a few sequences here where I was like, dude, that looks pretty sick. I kind of fuck with it. That was dope, right? Is Sakamoto versus Takamura 2.0, the riveting emotional fight, the climax to a series that I was looking for, to be determined, right? To be determined. We're getting it right now. Um, let's
Baby
see,
steps.
baby steps, right?
Love it.
I'm fucking with it from that perspective, and also I why does that look so weird? Oh yeah, Uh, okay, cool. And so like I think I don't know. I think it was cool. Like from a baseline perspective, to increase quality from what we've been doing in Sakamoto Days chapters is just to be a bit cooler and to be a bit visually more intriguing. And this succeeded in both of those respects, right? Dude, I'll honestly even say Sakamoto being like, dude, I have what it takes to be your protagonist, and the line following up being like, yeah, send the enemy flying. That's all. I was like, dude, hold on, Suzuki, are you? Suzuki, are you? Was that
You remember
hard?
how to do this?
Was it hard? No, but it was a little tough. You know what I mean? It was a little like I was like, damn, that wasn't soft. You know what I mean? That was something in, but that was a medium durability quote. That was a medium durability quote, and I can kind of fuck with it, bro. The blade catch into the classic punch out the window frame. Suzuki loved going to that. I even fucked with the 3 panel setup where Izuki falls onto the car. I thought that was like visually really well done. I think Maria brought up too just now, like the pen stop for the sword. I thought that shit was sick. I thought that shit was sick. Like I'll be honest with you, it really did feel, in a visual sense, very much like a return to form to what Sakamoto Days typically is. I'm gonna be honest with you. Um, let's see. I like the House of Mirrors set. You know what? Now I think about it, I think the biggest issue Sokka had was the setting they were fighting in had been so boring or wasted. Seeing Takamura just fall off a chair was very funny. I that being the way to end the chapter, yeah. Bro just got he died twice. But yeah, no, dude, I actually thought it was pretty sick. Like this was a like I read this chapter and was like, Suzuki, stop right now. I want you to remember this feeling. Fuck the narrative, fuck the characters, fuck the themes. I want you to give me good action set pieces, and I want you to try to muster up cool lines. That's all I'm asking. Don't do a damn thing else, please.
Bro said, don't even stop trying to be a good storyteller. Just give me hype moments in aura.
Yeah, because that's what bro. The downfall of Sakamoto
No, I
Days
agree with you.
literally happened when he was like, dude, hype moments, and I'm better than hype moments in Aura. No, no one's better than hype
You're
moments
not.
in Aura, and you specifically don't have the ability to pair it. Um,
It's like a
so
fish saying, "Man, I could really fuck up some of this land shit."
you're not that fish, bro.
Stay
You're not you're
underwater.
not the fish that learned to walk, bro. You're not the missing link gang. Leave that to like Gege or some shit. You're just a fish, and I fuck with you, bro. Be a fish, bro. Be a barracuda or some shit. I don't know. Like just get in
Show
there,
us
get
how to
active.
swim.
Um, yeah.
Show
Uh,
us. I mean, like, dude, what gets me is like, stay in your lane.
Yeah, like 6 out of 10 chapter, bro. I think that might be the highest rating I've given a Sakamoto Days chapter in a while. Probably double the rating I gave it last week, bro. I fucked with it. I fucked with it, bro.
Because you liked it twice as much.
I
Exactly.
liked it twice as much, bro. That shit was dope, man. I don't read Soccer Days. Was this a good
I
chapter?
love.
Good. It was solid. You know what I mean? Good is such a charged word. You know what I mean? Was it good? It was entertaining.
What is even
Like
what does good even
I'll put it like
like
this.
it mean?
I'll put it like this. It was entertaining. It was entertaining, and Sakamoto Dates has not been like that for me for probably 2 months. I actually was like, Suzuki, wait, turn back the pendulum, bro. You can do this. Rewind. Get back to your prime, bro. Let me get those. Let me get consistent 7 and 8s out of 10s. I feel that he can do it, bro. Um,
I also feel like he can do it with no evidence.
um, W Dick Red
Ugh.
W Glaze. But let's see. I've been quiet, but I've been enjoying Fat Sakamoto's return. Is it narratively fulfilling? Fuck no. But have there been moments of just fun that I missed? I'm glad you've been quiet up until now because I probably would have, you know what I mean. I would have had you, I would have had you kirked. But I'm glad. You know what I mean. Now that I'm on the upswing personally and emotionally, I'm feeling good, and I'm allowing other opinions. Dissenting opinions can be said. So yeah, not a bad Sakamoto Days chapter. I'm not mad at it at all, man. I'm not mad at it at all.
It it passed the time. Creams is so eager to tear down and put down the efforts of others. He wants everyone to fall with him. Welcome to the stream, Hansel. Nice to see you.
Hansel actually had a funnier opening message if you want to read that. Creams will always have a home in my little hobbit hole. So,
Thank you.
yeah.
I'm gonna have to politely decline, but it's all right. Is that what happened? I took a bit of. I have to stop reading Hansel's chats for my own mental health. Like I don't know why. I just do it to myself. Really.
Aw, y'all
Oh
are
wow!
so,
First yawn. That's
y'all are so cute.
yuck.
Let's
Anyway,
see.
what's next?
What do you want to be next, bro? You
Luck.
want to talk? You read the Blue chapter? Suitable destiny theory type shit. 332. Chat, listen. Can I be honest with you, chat? Can I be honest with you? I felt a little bit of a flame in my heart when I read this one. I felt a little bit of like embers kindling. I fuck with that.
Do you not usually?
I'm using this to contrast the feelings that I've had for like either the past like Nigeria match or even the chapters preceding this. Not like a lot of them have been conceptually interesting, but have they stoked the flames of passion? Not necessarily. Not all of them. Some of them sure, but like for example, take 329 where Isagi's like super stressed and anxiety riddled. Did that move me
Mm,
emotionally to any extent? Not really, but it was an interesting chapter,
mm.
right? I'm using
So it
the
was
this
intellectually stimulating.
exactly right. We're talking about like
Gotcha.
stoking the flames of passion, and like listen, I'll say like you know what I mean. I'll say this is kind of moving the needle a little bit, bro. I kind of felt
Mm-hmm.
something in a few of these moments, so I'm excited to talk about it. Let's see, Draco, thank you for being a tier 1 for 5 months. Ronan, I've been so cold, but seeing your face just warmed my heart. Nothing is as cozy and comfortable as your visage. You know,
Hey, bro.
no, I appreciate that, Draco. Can I say something, bro? Can I be audacious just for like a split second, bro? I'm looking at myself in the camera right now and I'm thinking, you know what, Draco? I'll let that one pass. Just this once.
Sidebar. Can I ask you
Yeah,
sidebar for a sec,
talk to
right?
me. Talk to me.
When did these motherfuckers get so horny?
Pose.
Like real
What's up?
talk.
Yeah, what's up?
When did they get so horny?
That's not
Because
so.
like,
No,
dude, it even
you're misusing
sometimes
it,
I'll
bro.
pop into one of your streams and it's just, bro. I've seen Pornhub comments with less lust.
You've seen
What's
Pornhub
going on?
comments? No, I'm fucking with you. Um, let's see.
Like,
When did it happen? Hansel says that she can pinpoint it, but like, listen. I think maybe fair question, right? Fair question, but that's not fair to that, right? That Draco wasn't being horny; he was being passionate. And like most times, I'd shirk his advances, right? I'm really even shirking it now. I'm just saying, like, listen, that guy right there, that guy I'm looking at, I get it. You know what I mean? Hey, BR, ban me right now. Nah, I'm gonna let you make that. He licked a
underdog.
plate of milk while making
Like,
eye contact with me. It's not my fault. I hope that didn't awaken something in you, real shit. And
oh,
the meowing and the barking, I
is that
think,
it?
probably
Is
helped.
oh wait, so it's your fault. Oh my god.
Well, duh.
At least we got to the bottom
Of
of
course
it.
it'd be my fault. I'm the streamer, bro. If I like if like it gets to a point, sure. But if it's like, oh my god, bro, that's not the behavior I'm allowing in my channel. I'll just start bang, bang, bang. I'll just start, you know what I mean? I'll just start clicking people in chat. But like obviously, you know, we allow it to a certain extent. So it's cool. Be what? Um
Isagi's gonna have to adapt to the midfielder allegations.
he's
You know,
he's had them for a minute. And
at a,
I knew I felt can I say something first, right? I'm gonna
sure,
I'm gonna I'm gonna I'm gonna preheat my anger. I'm just gonna be honest. I read this chapter
go
and
for it.
in my head, after the excitement, I thought Creams is gonna misinterpret the fuck out of this.
I Can I ask you something?
Yeah, let's go ahead.
Don't tell me like what you think the right interpretation is, right? I want
Uh,
to hear the wrong one. What do you think is like how I would interpret this? I just want to. I'm curious now.
let me tell you what I think you would say, right? Let me tell you what I think you would say, right?
Go for it.
Dude,
Hmm?
Isagi, bro, that's what I've been saying. Isagi really doesn't have the build of a striker. He actually is a midfielder. I'm glad someone in the story is telling him that. Hell yeah. Dude, I don't know what is he gonna do? Like adapt more muscles? I mean, he can't really do anything about that. Yada yada yada. That's what I that truly and honestly, when I read this chapter, I thought, wow, fuck, he's got that. Also, D Money with the 5 gifted. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate you, brother.
Oh,
Appreciate you.
appreciate you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Um,
Thank you.
yeah.
I'm glad you said that, man, because
Mm-hmm.
like, it's the right setup but the wrong conclusion, right? It was
Uh,
just like I want to hear Isagi's rebuttal to this because like the guy's making an excellent argument, have an equally excellent refusal or refutal, right? Refutal,
rebuttal
rebuttal. A lot of R
or
words.
refusion.
Yeah.
I actually don't know if
Anyway,
refusion's a real word. Um, but
right?
yeah, thank you,
It's
thank
whatever. Because like I think I'm more interested in how Isagi answers it.
you.
Because it's funny. This dialogue actually touched on a different problem.
Mm-hmm.
Remember a couple weeks ago I was telling you about like my big revelation.
Mm-hmm.
This kind of hit like a similar itch.
Mm-hmm.
Where it was like, damn, Isagi's making a great point. Why don't you just like
Mm,
lament your own weakness, kind of
yeah,
thing, right?
yeah,
Um, hey, bro, midfield's over there. Get to it.
yeah.
Um, it's funny because like you're not wrong, and like a part of me does think that, but the other part of me, the smarter, more enlightened side is like, nah, but he's got a trick up his sleeve, he's gonna get there, show us a new path, like fucking
Bro, you know what
show what it's like to blossom.
so that's so I think in that lies a bit of in that lies a bit of my contention with the interpretation, which is that like Isagi has this like this logical rebuttal to Hugo here, which I just don't think really does exist. I think if you're let's go through it contextually, right? Let's I'm gonna read some of the things that he says, right? So he's like, destiny, it's not fantastical or spiritual, right? And I think it's interesting, by the way, that this is coming off the heels of like the Isagi, do you believe in like God, like the soccer gotcha? Because I don't think these
Mm-hmm.
aren't disconnected concepts. I think what it's building to is there needing to be some bridge or some like in order to rise above what your circumstances may initially allow for, there has to be some bridging of like the purely logical and the purely like spiritual passionate whatever, right? Things that aren't necessarily tangible, observable, yada yada yada, whatever, right? So that's kind of how I see it. Um, so
Okay,
yeah,
go on.
that's my perspective on that, right? And so I think what Hugo's saying, like to Sleeping Danger's point, as much as that disgusts me to say, Isagi's kind of already given a rebuttal, in my opinion, right? Which is that it doesn't like I know that logically you're right. Do I have the specs to be a striker? Am I as like do I have the physique of Rin, the natural striker instincts of Shido, or like all of the individual skills of or right, the physique of Bara, rather, the individual skills of Rin or the natural striker instinct of Shido? No. And yet I'm still here, and yet I'm still number one, and yet I'm still the nucleus of Blue Lock. These things aren't these things aren't just based on build, just based on specs, just based on like the preordained destiny, so to speak. Isagi should be a midfielder and a really good one, right? But that's not really what he desires to be, and so
Mhm.
he moves forward in spite of that sort of like the reality of things. I think Hugo's
Limitation.
yeah, yeah. I think Hugo's interesting. Like if you saw a lion trying to fly, anyone would think it's foolish, and it's like
Mhm.
yeah, 100%. If you told someone at the beginning of the story, Isagi Yoichi is going to be the heart of Japanese soccer, they would also look at you and be like, bro, have you seen Kira? That's the heart of Japanese soccer. That he's our savior, right? I think that
Mhm.
the like rebuttal is going to be more well built out as we continue. But I most
Mhm.
certainly don't think it's
Like I
something
th-
that hasn't been responded to
like
in some context.
I'll give Blue Lock first of all it's flowers, right? Hugo, immediately interesting characterization to come at it from this angle. Because like it's very easy for him to just be like, oh, you're washed or whatever the fuck, typical, trash talk. But like Hugo's perspective seems more uh what do you call it? Like pragmatic, even though it is just like basically the same thing. It's just like kind of shitting on somebody. Um it comes from like the way I interpret it, right? Like my reading of it is somebody who has like an inner Hugo, right? Is like a genuine intellectual curiosity. It's like it is so much harder for you to try to be a striker than it is to be a midfielder.
Mhm.
Like there is so much disincentive to do that thing, right? Like why?
Mhm.
Like not in like a dude you suck why, but like in a genuine like why are you taking like a harder path that might have like less fruits for your labor, right? Um and like mentally, right? Because like if I'm tracking this, like if I'm thinking about it the way I would think about it, right?
Mhm.
In US spot, it's like win about it, right? Like to me, that's the refutal. Like that's rebuttal, whatever. We'll find the word. We'll settle on one, right? But it's like, bro, like if you win, like I'll get it, right? It's almost like it's like this like subconscious thing where it's like, I mean, passing it to Rin for him to get the goal is like cool, but it's midfielder activity, you know? Put that ball in that net with your own foot is kind of like the, oh, okay, I see why I was wrong.
I think it's
Just kind of my personal prediction.
I think from several different angles, I find it like okay, so I think intuitively you understand this, right? Think about this. Think about what we're doing right now, right? And think
Mhm.
practically speaking, getting the most bang for your buck is
Mhm.
every the conversations we've had, right? Decisions you've made, are they all have they all been practical? Have they all been like, dude, our predetermined interests, like alignment with like people that want to watch us, da 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 da, blah blah blah, whatever. List off the things. Um, are they directly in accordance with like the passions or interests that we have outside of that? No, right? It's actually been a contention that we've had conversationally, and yet the path that is more fun personally just doesn't happen to align with the one that is super extremely practical, right? It's a thing that people run into a lot, which is just that like, yeah, what is practical, what is pragmatic is not necessarily always what is like what you are necessarily suited for on paper. And so when you ask the question
Mhm.
of like why, why do the thing that's like harder, it's like probably because it's the thing that excites you, right? Um
Yeah. Like
and
that's what I mean,
and
right?
that's
Like
just the
I
Hmm?
subconsciously I know that, right? And that's I think like the thing I was expressing was how I feel like Hugo's line of thinking is, right?
Mhm.
Like right now in the story, right? There's almost like the sense I get is that he's not really trying to put down Isagi, but he's trying to like force him to like prove whether or not he's right or wrong in like a very specific way. But like to me, a natural, like I think a more interesting answer for somebody like Hugo while like maintaining kind of the heart of Isagi's point, welcome here, right? I think the least productive thing would be for Isagi to like uh, prove himself on Hugo's terms. As strange as that sounds, like I don't think winning or like getting past him in this way is necessarily the point in trying to disprove Hugo's ideology.
Mhm.
I think it is like holding the course in like the face of failure, right?
Mhm.
It is like to me that's more interesting. Like that's a more interesting rebuttal because it's pretty easy to just say like, oh, okay, I mean, he won, so he's
And
right,
yeah,
right?
and
But
that's what I
it's
was gonna say. Like,
you know,
so when about it was also the second part that I just like felt a
mm,
bit like disagreements with, which is just that I don't think Isagi has one about it dozens of times. Firstly,
mm,
secondarily, I don't think that like if he loses in this moment, he is then fundamentally and inalterably wrong about like his worldview up to this point. I think he could fall short of living up to his worldview. There are a bunch of other things that can happen, yada yada, right? Um,
mm.
and so
I unlocked an emoji.
I think I simply just don't think that like winning about it, scoring about it necessarily means like, oh, Hugo's right or wrong. Excuse
Mm,
me, it's an expression of the worldview that they have. And I do think it's interesting, right? I think Isagi's response just kind of being and like, yeah, bro, so I get you, right? He's like, that's
mm,
painful. It's painfully obvious to me that I don't have the
mm-hmm,
specs to be a striker on paper.
Mhm. Like, I
And
know that better than you ever could.
yeah,
Like, you
yeah.
know?
BR knows Isagi will lose and already preparing for it. I mean, listen, Maria, if it makes you feel better, Isagi losing means Baro loses too. They're both on blue luck. Um, but yeah,
Yeah,
uh,
like I think that's why I felt like so intrigued by Hugo
mhm,
and just this chapter so far. Cause like that's me, like a little bit, you know? Like
mhm,
I got a guy like that in here at all
mhm,
times. So it is just like it is very interesting to see it put to see it externalized.
mhm. Yeah, it's funny. I wonder what Hugo would think if he loses Isagi individually as a striker. Um, I just
Oh
don't.
well, okay, that proves it. Like because
It
if
wouldn't
I
even
right
prove
like
that it wouldn't prove that Hugo was wrong. I think that's the reason it doesn't really work. Within Hugo's framework, you just make a mistake and you adjust. It's data, right? So it's like, oh, Isagi beat me one on one. I was wrong, not about my worldview, but about my assessment. You just
yeah
happen to be more of a striker in stats than I
yeah
thought.
like I just miscalculated.
Let me revisit the
Yeah.
tapes. He doesn't have to shift his entire worldview. It's very easy to to smooth over that cognitive dissonance, in my opinion.
Yeah, like that's why I said that's why I'm of the opinion that like I think Isagi holding the course in the face of loss is more confrontational to somebody like Hugo
Mhm,
because it addresses like the overarching thing, right?
mhm.
Like my theory, right, is like if that happens, the thing he'll feel is frustration that Isagi doesn't immediately go to the coach, be like, "Bro, please make me a midfielder." Like it's like that to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That is more interesting. Like if
Mhm.
Hugo's like, dude, why the fuck are you still a striker? Like you lost. Do you guys want to win or not? Holy shit.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like because again, it is a genuine befuddlement at the decision.
Yeah.
Not like because Bar's a dickhead, you know? Like
Mhm.
somebody like Bar like early Bar was like a dickhead, right? He just thinks like everybody's beneath him, blah blah blah, right? Like Hugo's thought process seems a lot more layered than that,
Mhm.
which is why I'm kind of like I'm kind of fiending to see how this plays out.
Mhm. Got you. Got you. Everything good? Um.
Yeah, just somebody's fucking car alarm going way off. It's
Got you.
also like
Got you.
hailing right now.
Mhm. Early, he's still a piece of shit now. Yeah. Um. So yeah, I fuck with it a lot. Very interesting chapter to me. Um. Yeah.
Out of curiosity,
What's that?
did Hugo's characterization strike any chords with you in a similar way, or just like a
Nah.
damn?
I no, like not really. I think I very much think like any sort of what's the word I'm looking for? I consider myself a very fortunate person in a lot of respects, right? And so it's like, oh yeah,
Mhm.
anything I want to do that I don't do is here. It's not here. It's there's material reality wise, it's sort of like make some shit happen. That Hugo is not the type of character that would speak to me in a way that feels like, oh, that's getting in my insecurity. Because that's not I don't worry like, oh my god, am I like unsuitable for these things? Not in like a real overarching
Mhm.
sense, right? It's more of like, dude, you are suitable for these things and you're still not doing them. Wow, holy shit, you're a fraud.
Yeah.
That's the worry. It's never like, dude, why are you prevailing? It's like, uh, this is how it's supposed to happen. Like it's
Mhm.
that's more of the feeling, right?
Mhm.
Let me fix this
But
real
I think
quick.
a guy like Hugo would probably go to you and be like, you could be so much like better. I'm curious why you don't just do this, right?
Yeah,
Like that. That's why
and I think
that's to me is more interesting, right?
and,
Because like one is like a generic confrontation, right?
mhm,
It's like, you know, oh you suck or you can blah blah blah, right? Like Hugo's is like a dude. Why not just like extend? You know, like why not just like min max or
mhm,
whatever?
yeah,
Like
um,
it's a different kind of approach.
yeah, and I want to address Nimun's things real quick. Hugo was like me for why the fuck is Isagi a striker when he could be a world class midfielder? Because he doesn't want to be, right? Like it's so like
Doesn't want to be.
just
Yeah.
think about it for a jump, like right. And Nimun's, this might be one of those examples where I'm like, bro, it's not like you could do any better. And then you like play the piano masterfully or whatever. So like maybe I picked the wrong target. But just think generally, are you working 16 hours a day at a tech company right now? No. Why not? That would make the most sense financially. Oh, but this, but that, but that, whatever. Okay, well then why aren't you at this next highest earning job, or why aren't you an anesthesiologist, or da 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 da? Because like
Because
you
I
are,
don't want to. Yeah.
you're a conscious human being that it's not that it's all about delusion or all about
Mhm.
logic. You balance the two to the best of your ability in order to like achieve things that you deem achievable, but also strive for things that feel outside of your reach. And that's what I feel, right? And so it's
Mhm.
like, yeah, why Isagi could be a world class midfielder. He's already kind of a world class striker, in my opinion. One and two, because it doesn't pull at the heartstrings
It,
for him, right? It doesn't.
it doesn't.
He
Yeah.
and here's the thing to think about, right? Part of being great at something, I think, is the passion and fire to do it. Who's even to say just because Isagi now has the skill set to be a great midfielder, if you bring him back and you say, "Hey, Isagi, you can't be a striker, switch to midfield," right? He might have not pursued it with the same passion. He's already failed once. What's
Hmm.
failing again? Da 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 da. There's all of these like
He might not have
infinite amount,
evolved the same
yeah,
way. Like,
infinite amount of
yeah.
variables that affect like the way in which you develop and you grow. Um,
You
but yeah,
can't teach hunger,
hmm,
as the saying goes. You
yeah,
can't teach hunger. You can't teach like you can't force somebody to want it,
yeah.
horse to water and all that.
Yeah, and so if it's like it's the thing you want, it's the thing you're willing to put work into, right? I, it's a very big element of it. So that's kind of the feeling I have. Hold on, what is this? Broken Runner, are you not straight because you're too funny, or are you too funny because you're too gay? Holy fuck. Um, thanks, bro. Just
Oh, sorry, man. It's
no, no, no,
just
no.
oh,
That's
I
cool.
thought
No,
it's
no,
not
no,
Hansel. Never mind.
no, 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 bro. It genuinely is cool. Genuinely is cool. Fuck you. No. You
It's my
know,
bad, bro.
I call you like the top five funniest people on the planet. Like, I've said that to you before. Pure
Yeah,
sincerity.
appreciate it,
Someone says you're funny. Fucking hell, dude. Holy shit. God damn it. This again?
bro. I compliment you all the time.
One, not what I
I do.
not what I said, right? Not even what I your exasperation, someone said I'm funny. Hansel said she wouldn't laugh at me if I was an actual clown. You, the funniest person on the planet. Literally can't conceive a funnier person than you. I gotta eat that. Oh my god, you're kind of funny.
It's just
Oh, fuck
it's not
again.
bad. It's
Yeah,
just
yeah, no,
like
no, that's great. No, it's cool. It's cool. It's cool.
I don't no, dude, I'm
No, it's cool.
sorry. It just sometimes they just fucking glaze, dude.
No, it's
And
cool.
it's like I don't know.
No, it's cool. No, it's
It's
cool. It's
fine.
cool.
Like I'm happy you're getting
No,
complimented.
no, no, it's cool. No, no,
Listen, I'm
no, no,
happy
no,
it
no, it's
makes you
cool. No, no, no,
happy.
you preferred it. No, 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 I
And
get it. I get it. So
listen,
that's what. No, no, no. Because when I was no, because when I was
listen.
being called a beast, it was cool. It was funny. But when I'm being, you know what I mean? When it's the opposite, it's like, nah, I get it. Nah, I get it, bro. I get it. I get it. Nah, I understand it now. I get it. I get it, bro. See, you're laughing again.
It's not
Not
bad.
exasperated at your
It's
friend
truly
being chat on, but dude, when I'm getting bigged up, it's like, the fuck, that guy? I get it. I get it. Nah, no, 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 no. Nah,
dude,
cause if someone said, dude,
dude.
Hansel's too
Just
funny, you would have been like, oh, yeah, she is. Chess Master Hansel. Hey, can I have some hole? That would have been you, right? So, like, what I now understand is that
Bro, you
it's
maybe
the
no, dude,
target of the
if I'm
glaze
top
that's the
five, you're
problem.
top three.
it's not
See, by the way, you don't
it's
believe that.
not
Just
you.
just take a beat, bro. Don't try to
It's
one
not
up it with
sorry, I
insincerity.
looked at I'm sorry. Okay, that's not it wasn't about you. It was about I didn't appreciate that like nah, it's cool, bro. You know what? My bad. That's honestly my fault. It won't happen again.
Creams, you don't even compliment BR. You just put yourself down to put him up. You can't spin this in
He
any way that
loves when
doesn't
I
make
do
you look
that.
like the asshole you are. That's kind of what I'm saying, bro. Like all I'm saying is, was the eye roll necessary? And that's just me, bro.
Because it wasn't about you. It was just like, oh god damn it, dude. Like don't these people will say anything. Like
The,
I don't know. Like it's
these people will say anything, bro.
not
They'll
like
say
that. Like
they'll no no no.
not in that way. Not just
They'll just
bro. It's
obviously it means nothing.
I'm sorry.
What the fuck? Um,
You have a personal fan who wants your dick 24/7. BR has single-handedly made me a better person. Oh my god. I'm so happy for you. I'm
By
genuinely
the by
so
the way,
happy that you
couldn't
did that for
even.
you.
We're addressing the topic. Couldn't get those words out. Every time Cream says it will never happen again, this fucker is lying through his teeth. Listen, I'm not even worried about that, right? Obviously, it'll happen again. Duh. I'm just like, I'm not like. I just wanted to highlight how crazy it is, bro. Um, like I'll be real. I'll be real. The times I get mad at you for being glazed is when I believe you don't deserve it, right? If someone's like, dude, bro, you're the strongest person I've ever met. That guy, that I'd be pissed. If someone's like, dude, Creams is so funny, dude, yeah, because I believe that. You rolling your eyes at that, because no, because if they were like, dude, BR has like, bro, BR has so many dreads, you would have been like, type shit, whatever. It's because you don't believe it, bro. It's because you don't believe that I'm funny, and that's cool. That's fine. Whatever. I'll just get like fucking.
By the way, that's not even what his compliment was. That's not even what his compliment was.
Her compliment was
Let me just reread
her
it.
compliment her compliment was just asking like, is the source of your funniness being gay, or are you gay because you're funny? It was just the fucking, it was the ghetto de gojo.
It was the. I know what the reference was.
Okay,
That's not what I had in
I didn't
contention,
say
right?
this.
It was this extension of like the gay jutsu shit that like is for some reason a massive fucking bit that I personally think is overused. I didn't take it as an extension of your humor stat. Okay, you get that unlocked, bro. I've seen you in the streets. You're funny as hell. You got that. You know, friend to friend, like, dude, you're genuinely hilarious. WC partner, right? But at the same time, I don't know if I want to be here while somebody's literally breaking their spine in half about it. Like, Jesus Christ is all I'm saying.
Okay, okay. No. You're right, bro. No, you're right. You're right. You got me. No, you're right. You're right. You're right. You're right.
No, please speak your mind. No, because you look like you have some thoughts, and I want to hear them. Right?
No, bro. No, bro. That's not your perception of me. You don't think I have thoughts. I'm just here to like rattle off shit about manga. Dude, no comedic timing, no intelligent thoughts outside of like sequential storytelling, bro. Just a guy who comes on here, jewelry in his hair, and fucking manga. Right? That's me. I'm that guy.
No, you're so much more. You're so much more than that, and you just proved it, dude. That was a sincere laugh. It like escaped from my lungs. You forced it out, gang. Like that's your accomplishment, man. Thank you.
You're talking to me like you're talking to me the way people talk to someone when they're not good at something and they just achieve the bare minimum. You're talking to me like when a baby gets their first steps, like, oh my god, you did so good. I forced a laugh out of you, bro. What are you fucking talking about, man? Bro,
Dude,
in the next 5 minutes, someone in chat's gonna make you laugh.
See, you made me laugh again.
I hate you.
I think you have a gift.
Thanks.
See, that was a sincere compliment, right? Not like whatever 400 million bees is over here. And like, no offense to you, chatter. It's just like
That's Kashima Glazer.
I guess like what?
That's Kashima Glazer. I'm just letting you know.
That's Kashimo Glazer?
Just so you can make the tweak in your head.
Oh, dude, sorry. I thought you were just like a random. My bad. I didn't know you were a regular. Please don't leave.
Creams, I thought you were over BR. Sudden jealous girlfriend energy is crazy. I'm right here. Dude, and now you're making Hansel upset. So like what are you doing? Right?
Honestly,
where
dude,
are you winning? You literally, you know what's so funny, dude? Discord said we're erasing that bullshit, and then I couldn't hear you. That was fucking sick as hell.
God.
You shrugged and
every
went,
battle has its casualties.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, Hansel. It won't happen again. But like, my bad.
I didn't know you were a
Stand proud,
regular.
you weren't funny.
I didn't know you were a regular, buddy. It's only regulars.
Oh, that hurt. Oh, fuck. That was.
Holy fuck, dude. That shit fucking fried me. Holy fuck. You just walk in from
dude,
stupid
I still got
town?
some. Yeah, right here. Haven't shed that, by the way. Holy fuck. Sore spot. I'd rather you just insult me.
I think that's what that was. Yeah.
So Creams thinks any and all compliments we give our ins sincere, hurtful.
Bro, be careful. Souza will get like their aunt to to analyze you on stream
Dreams
again.
remember. Dreams remember I'm a woman of many names. That's my bad. I also forgot that you were a woman. I also didn't know you were Costume Glazer. That's honestly my biggest fucking regret. I'm so sorry. Like, if I knew I was talking, like, fuck, my bad.
But that you initially thought it was Hansel and you still got upset, so it wasn't about it being someone that's here usually.
Yeah, but like, I don't know, Hansel's got like a lot more skin.
No, I get it, because if Hansel were saying
kidding,
that, you would want that compliment aimed to you. That makes sense. You know what? My bad, bro. I get it. I didn't want you.
Dude,
I would. No.
Why are you talking to me like I'm a pygmy? Holy shit.
Bro, I would never like. You know what I mean? That's not how I get down personally. So you don't ever gotta worry about that, bro. Keep your chin up. Let's see.
I said you were funny.
I don't.
It's
I
like,
don't know if you did. I think you like implied it. Very like poorly acted, but I appreciate
You're funny. Dude, you, BR, are so funny, man. You're genuinely one of the funniest guys I've ever met. W scene partner. I appreciate you, bro. Nobody's got comedic chops like you. Yesterday's stream, fuck, dude. I was so mad because I was like, dude, this is a generational run. I might not be able to hit ever like this, dude. Like you were inspired me with that kind of performance. I left that call, went back to the locker room, punched that shit. It hurt my hand, obviously. But like you did that shit, man. You did that shit. Dreams greed sickens me. He wants to sit in the chair for BR while also giving hole for hole with Hansel. Of all the comments to just like peek at.
Let's see. BR, my mom did see some of the reactions to the new season of JJK and said Creams was a masochist. Bro, that's an upgrade from you being desperate for my approval. In any case, what would you give the Blue Lock chapter rating?
Solid 8.5.
That wasn't a sentence, I don't think.
Dreams, you are a scene partner.
I would say like smooth. Let me think. This was a 9 or an 8. I'll say 8. I'll say 8 out of 10. I'll say 8 out of 10. But I'm really excited. This was an emotional 8 out of 10. I'm excited to get back in here. Blue, come on, move me again. Hit me. Speaking of, by the way, chat, just gonna put y'all on real quick. Won't take any longer than 5 minutes. So I picked up this new manga. 2 manga technically. I read Marriage Toxin, or caught up to Marriage Toxin over the course of this past month, but that one's cool. I wouldn't necessarily recommend it unless you're like a super duper like romance manga fiend. It's cool. It's chill. It's nothing crazy. Like 150 chapters. Cool little story. Go read it on Manga Plus if you're bored. But the manga I really wanted to talk about is another football manga, right? I was reading it on Manga Plus called Catenaccio. And bro, can I be honest with you? I was reading at first thinking. So listen, if y'all know the lore, you'll know the lore, right? So one day I was just on Manga Plus, and I'm like, fuck, I just want to read some shit. I'm probably like, I don't know. I'm probably just procrastinating a drawing or doing some work. So I'm like, cool. Random chapter like 80 of this random soccer manga. I read through it and I'm like, wow. I have no context. I was moved. What the fuck? Star it.
Huh?
I'm like, I'll come back to that later. Later comes maybe about a week ago. I start reading through it. Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna lie to you, right? Art-wise, initially, like I'll front load it with the bad. Art-wise, initially, mid, weird. Weird stylistically. You draw the characters' faces. Catenaccio, Catenaccio. It's a real football term in reference to like I think an Italian-based like hyper defensive like football tactic. In any case, right? So I read through it and I'm like, dude, interesting. From the first chapter, I'm like, this main character, he's got gumption. I fuck with this. He's got grit. I like it. I like the cut of his jib. The name's Rocky, right? I fucked with this guy. I was like, all right, bet. Shit looks a little weird. Shit looks a little janky, but let me get in there, right? Let me read some shit. So I'm caught up now, right? I think I'm on chapter like 83. I just have to say, whoa, that shit. I said this on Twitter, right? The greatest compliment that I can give Catenaccio is that during certain moments, I felt what Blue Lock can make me feel.
Damn, you haven't said that since like Aoshi.
Yeah, and y-
Is it is
I,
it there?
I'll say, listen, I actually took a long time to get there. This has gotten there that in that realm way quicker. Um,
Respectable.
I really, I really, really liked it. I'm like I've fucked with it quite heavy. It was so good that when I caught up to it, read the chapter that I like randomly read out of context again, and I was like, "Fuck, dude, shit, that's real fucking manga, bro. That's real fucking storytelling." So I do this a lot with like Blue Lock, sometimes like an odd Baki page, but like obviously, y'all, I love thinking about shit in like Blue Lock, JJK, and other like manga analogies, and like this is another second highest compliment I can give. This is getting added to the
Hmm?
Rolodex of things to just pull from mentally, like
Oh,
ways to view the world, kind of thing.
dude, that's crazy.
And I read
Is it
I read one of these and I was like, fuck yeah, that's the ideology of the month at least. So I fucked with it heavy. I really do recommend it. Um, just if you're looking for something like interesting to read, like at a bare minimum. I'm trying not to type it up too much. I don't know if everyone will resonate it with it the same way. I am very much the type of person that gets gassed off of like the like new ways in which to like view yourself in relation to other people, and like how you can take steps to like improve and yada yada yada. And on that merit, fuck man, this shit was so fucking good, man. I really really enjoyed it. It
dude, I'm glad.
yeah.
First of all, I'm surprised to hear that, but I'm glad to hear that like another soccer manga has like changed the brain chemistry
Dude,
yet again.
dude, this shit, dude, sports manga really, really the truth, man. Like you just gotta, it's this battle shonen shit's cool or whatever, bro. But ah,
Without spoiling, is it like a different message from Blue Lock and Aoshi, or like
so the way I described it when I
is
was
it more
talking about it to Mikey is like if you think of Aoshi going in the complete opposite direction of Blue Lock in terms of like presentation of the game of like soccer, of
Mhm,
football, I would say this falls in
mhm,
between where Blue Lock is hyper, not individualistic in totality, but presents itself in a very hyper individualistic way, and Aoshi is
mhm,
like very much the opposite of that. I feel like
mhm.
Catenaccio fits pretty snugly in the middle of that. Um, Being more
Okay.
realistic in its depiction of football. Like for example, right? Uh in one game they're like they're setting offside traps. I don't even know if that's a proper term for it, but like offside, like for Blue Lock readers, beware, offsides actually happens multiple times. It's fucking crazy. It blew my mind, right?
Wow.
I know, right?
Dude, I don't think I've ever seen an offside in Blue Lock.
No, you haven't. And so
Oh,
like
was there one in Aoshi? Now that I think about it, there might have been like one. I remember like a vague mention
yeah,
of
no,
it.
there was. But yeah, let's see. The way he said
Oh,
offside traps, putting the emphasis on side, was so yank. I don't even know what that means in like Ireland, but like I don't know. I don't live in New York, so uh, type shit. But in any case, um, I'll say like really fucked with it, really rocked with it. I'll check it out so you can talk about it more. It's so nice to hear you geek out about things you enjoy, which is what a friend should do. Creams, you worthless sack of shit. Fuck, fuck. Holy shit, dude! Such a nice fucking comment. Just followed up by that last part, dude. Actually fried me. Um, yeah.
oh my
Um,
god, dude, you fucking Draco, you fucking snake. I did like hearing him talk about it. You fuck. You, I was watching the stream on mute for just my parts. Jesus Christ.
yeah.
Worthless sack of shit. Fuck you.
What a Mosena. We're trying to handle these delayed
Like,
flights, so I'm gonna lurk and listen for now. Hope everyone's safe and warm. Hey man, I hope the same's true for you, gang. Um,
yeah.
but yeah, I like,
Tell
dude.
him.
I really liked it. There's like there's a few parts that were like that stand out to me. That I just, oh man, I really fucking resonate with. There's, it's like I hope that people reading it can kind of like resonate on a similar level, but it does feel Like if a genre of manga can be classified as like Ronin bait, this does slot within it insofar as like the way you're going about this whole thing. I see you. I see you for what you are. I fucking see you and I
Give
like
me
it.
soccer.
Um, it
Give
was
me soccer.
fucking
Give me aura.
it was fucking tough, bro. Um, dude, cause when it gets into the, like I'm just a sucker for like the like explaining like certain characters like psychology, like how they're going into the game and how that affects the way they play and shit like that. Like there it's pretty early in the manga too where Araki I'll just leave it vague, right? But Araki's like playing and someone observing is like, dude, you're going soft on yourself. And he's like, what? The reason it's so crazy for him to say that is because Araki is like the motherfucker who works hard, right? And there's more. It's not on some Rock Lee shit. I think it has an interesting like twist to it, if you will. But he's kind of like me. What the fuck are you talking about? Going soft on myself. He's like, dude, you had that shit before. Who the fuck taught you how to play like that? Can it? All of that shit gotta go. It's ass. And he explains like there's like two ways to go soft in yourself. He's like, you delude yourself into like, you're facing someone that's like really difficult, that's really skilled, and you sort of like you stop focusing on trying to achieve victory, and and you focus on yourself, playing the right way, playing your game, yada yada yada. Almost impossible to achieve victory that way. You're gonna lose, but when you lose, you feel better about yourself. Cool, right? The second way to go soft for yourself is, and then he stopped, and he's like, all right, time's up. Get back to playing. Figure it out. I didn't think I'd have to tell you this bullshit. I thought you were past this developmentally. And so him figuring it out, and then us kind of getting that like explanation. I was like, by the way, we're like 15 chapters in at this point, and that's when I realized it grabbed me by the fucking shirt and was like, it pulled me closer. It was like, hey, you gotta keep reading this, right? And I was like, yeah, I got it locked.
Bro,
So
getting good boyed is fucking hilarious.
hey,
You know,
listen, what are you gonna do?
hey man, it's kind of the reaction you want all art to give you. Like I remember getting into it with Troop once, about like sevens, like 7 out of 10s. And he was basically he said some bullshit like even 7 out of 10s have their place too.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking annoying. And I remember telling him, "Oh, that's the lamest shit I've ever heard. A 7 out of 10 is just just 3 layers of disappointments. You know, like you got 70% of an experience that should have been a 10. You know, everything we pursue is in pursuit of like the best. You know, art wise, like you." Ideally, right, whether consciously or subconsciously, like my personal pet theory is like everybody wants a thing they consume to be a 10, right? You want it to be amazing. Nobody goes into something being like, I want a 7 out of 10 experience for the most part, right? Some people just want something a bit more relaxing, but even that could just like be scratching a particular itch. It doesn't have to be a quality thing. And it's good that you say that because like the grabbing by the collar shit is the ideal, right? That's the correct reaction that I think art's supposed to give you. IMO.
I probably more align myself with Troop than you ideologically.
Of course you do.
I'm just gonna be
Of course
honest,
you
bro.
do.
Like okay,
Of course you do.
I think art is very similar to food in this respect, right? Do I want to taste good food every time I eat? Yes. However, am I aiming for every meal I eat to be the best? Like every time I put something in my mouth, is my intention for this to be the best thing ever? I don't think so. I really don't think that's the case. I think sometimes you're going all out on a meal, on a breakfast, on a dinner, whatever, right? Cool. You're aiming for it to be really good. You're aiming for it to be delicious, right? But motherfucker, sometimes I'm just snacking on my couch. And can you really say like, dude, I was pursuing a 10 out of 10 with that? Nigga, no, you weren't. I don't think that's what you were doing. I think that you wanted some like 5 out of 10 shit. That may be appropriate for the context. It may be appropriate like for the context of the moment, but I truly and honestly don't think that. I think that in art people they want the things that they actively pursue to be really good. However, I think that the knowledge implicitly or explicitly that everything cannot be that great is what makes when you find it more euphoric, right? I think if it was guaranteed, it'd be kind of like it's boring, right? Oh, it like
It's not about no, it's not about guaranteed, right? Because the whole point is that it's not guaranteed, right? You just
but that's the
want it to
value of
be like
sevens. That's what I'm saying. Sevens are valuable not because you want to read 7 out of 10s, but because they need to exist in order for like the like the tens to be contextualized. So it's like, dude, if you go into you love Elden Ring, right? Take the Melania fight with us, right? If we go into the fight and we're like, dude,
okay,
we're guaranteed this, we're gonna win. Who gives a shit? It's meaningless. The point, the elation from the victory comes from the uncertainty of it, right? We don't know whether or not this is the run. When I crack open a new manga, I don't know whether or not this is going to be dog shit, okay, pretty good, or excellent, right? There is value even in the determining process of that, right? Like people are saying like, oh, what if your 7 out of 10 is another person's 10, da 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 da. To me, that's getting away from like the heart of the issue. I'm saying a pure 7 out of 10 all throughout still has value, because if you do not have those, you're guaranteed tens. And if you're guaranteed tens, the experience of going out and searching for things and like forming and like coagulating your own taste, don't even think I use that word right, is important. Like it loses value. Everything is a 10. Everything's great, everything's equally excellent and divine and yada yada. You just it almost in essence becomes like fucking these like replaceable experiences, in my opinion.
Frames wants to live in Makima's world. You hate to see it.
That shit.
Sevens can still. Oh,
That do you remember what Denji asked Makima? Like
oh,
at
like
the
the
end.
no bad movies thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where do you side?
Listen, I get it, but like
That's not what I
a
asked you.
bad
Where do you
movie is just
side?
like
I didn't ask you if you get it. I know you get it. I know you understand it. I'm asking you if Maki was like, yes, I'm making a world where there are no bad movies, would that be a reason to fight her?
no.
Okay.
Well, fuck. Ah, god damn
Don't
it.
just say
Bad
no.
movies are
Don't
like
just say what you think is right. I want you to be honest, but I am curious.
I am fucking thinking. Like the problem is like a bad movie experience can be fun in its own way if you watch it with friends. Like there's more nuance to just it being bad in a vacuum, right? Like every experience is you.
Do you want to like text Troop and apologize now or in a
I'll do
bit?
it after.
Yeah. Okay.
I
Yeah.
give him a lot of shit for it, dude. I really ran my mouth.
Yeah. Fuck hell. That's so funny, man. Troop, you fucking dork. Who wants a 7 out of... Oh.
I get it now.
Yeah.
Creams was telling that anecdote, and I thought he was gonna segue into, yeah, I had that immature way of thinking, but I've really grown since then.
Hey, listen. Hey,
I've
listen.
grown since then,
We
man.
listen. We don't do any of that off screening shit, right? We handle our character development on screen, on
On
stream,
stream, yeah,
man.
exactly,
So yeah,
guys.
you're
Look,
welcome,
dude,
Sharon.
therapy will be televised, man. That's as it should be for all sessions. You know what? Open up the reels, bro. Open up the offices. I want to see everybody.
No. Do you want
Dude,
to see
imagine.
everybody?
Okay,
Dude. You
can I
don't.
ask you a random question?
Sure.
If like every if you had like a deal, right, where it's like you can get anything, any service for free so
Mhm.
long as you get like as you have like a live stream for like the duration of that service. So for example, if you wanted to go to like an all exclusive paid like trip or resort, right, you could go without spending a dime. Everything's paid for, but you just gotta like have a camera guy follow you around everywhere. Yes, including the shower. Would you do it? Not necessarily for just that one, but like if you would do it, what service would you use it for?
Do I have to be
Me, I have an
entertaining?
easy one. No, you just like you can't hide from the camera. So
Oh,
like me eating, like I'm going to McDonald's, buy me lunch,
type
you know,
shit.
like type shit.
Yeah.
Or
Um.
shit, bro. Anytime we get dinner together, you know what, bro? Let me get the entire menu
Yeah.
on the house.
I don't know though, bro. Cause like you just think about it, right? And
I
it's like,
really, I don't know. We eat lunch leaves on camera.
I mean, okay. Think for a second, right? Think about what I could possibly be like trying to get at. I've eaten on stream before. You've eaten on stream before. I'm not saying the act of consuming food on stream is the problem. I'm saying we're eating food with the intention of like talking or whatever. The nature of that conversation has to change if we're on camera and it's streamed to people, right? Um, like that's
Oh,
that's the sort of like now if it's a run to McDonald's, sure, I don't give a fuck. I'm not gonna be talking. You're gonna see me put my headphone in. Ooh, TikTok, sure, right? But if I'm talking to somebody, I don't want to have to streamify my actual like conversation. That shit's kind of cooked.
uh, depends on like how good the meal is, right? Like it's a very unique experience. I don't because I'm thinking like, okay, at that point you're just show speed with no viewers. Cool,
Yeah,
you
but if it's
know?
no
Like,
viewers,
all
then it's
right,
the same thing as not streaming it, right? The presumption is that people are watching it, people are seeing it, you're being observed. You have iShow speed numbers, right?
I mean, okay. I'm not saying it's like a full Truman Show situation. I'm just saying like a one-off thing, right? Like if you were okay, you got to get your car serviced. Camera crew's coming.
Sure. Like shit like that, in which I do by myself and is not like an all intimate or like super crazy experience, sure. But like generally, nah. Wait, make the camera's windows touch, then kiss the edge of the frame facing each other, trying to test a theory. No. I won't be doing that. But
Okay.
thanks. We appreciate the suggestion, Antimatter. Also, Bearhand Shark,
Thanks.
thank you for being the,
Appreciate you.
thanks for the prime subscription for 4 months. My goat samurai is going to get cooked. Yes, correct. And with that,
He's getting
I got to
something,
use the
man.
bathroom, but I'll let you get started
Mhm.
on Kagurabachi, bro. I'll let you do your thing.
Do you just plug your YouTube every time you're on screen? I mean, sure, right? But like, you gotta wonder what the mileage is on somebody that's willing to see you get your oil changed. Like hearing you talk about like anime or manga. Like I don't know. I just feel like it's not a one-to-one conversion. Creamsy Pie. Now you just have to stop being transphobic. Never was. When I watch a mid horror movie like Candywood, for example, I can see its flaws and see its potential, like Sukuna seeing a fledgling Higuruma. Oh, fuck. You guys are pretty funny sometimes. All right. So Kagurabachi. You know, Kagurabachi's been firing on all cylinders for a minute now, and it continues to do so because Hokazono can write. Let's see. Let's see. Um, gotta love. Holy shit! Did I forget the sword master? Soga. 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 Jesus Christ! It's Soga, right? I know it's Soga. No, dude. I'm like fucking tripping. Hold on. I'm just gonna write. Okay, it is Soga. Fuck. That was a little bit of a panic attack for no fucking reason. It's interesting to see like how fast Soga switched up from like nephew to like nah, bro, you're a samurai. Fuck you, cool, die about it. Um, pretty good stuff. The first panel of Chihiro getting his heart pierced, crazy. The fact that like if Samura manages to survive this fight, he's not gonna survive. Survive as in like he gets Soga off of him, heals Chihiro. What's the mileage on like him being able to heal the sword, right? Because like we know he can, if I remember correctly, he can heal physical objects, like when he healed that building. But like I wonder if it works on enchanted blades too. If yes, like does the sword also remember like the same way Chihiro does what happened? How do you even adapt to that really? Um, B was fucking nuts. The malediction being its own little move was also super interesting because all it does is just like amp the base ability of the sword. So like, I almost wonder if like I almost wonder what Kunishige's like vision for the sword was. Like if it was just like the super spreader sword or some shit in his blueprints. Like, does he make like do you make the fucking the 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 plague sword, or does that shit come part and parcel to making the sword can do anything thing, and all the malediction stuff comes from Soga? Just really tickles me. Samura fixed his cracked blade, right? Did he? I don't know what chapter that was, but like it's some shit he's done before. Like his flames should be able to. Creams would want the super spreader. Thanks for that, demon. Also, we have seen Samurai heal his sword. Okay, so we have awesome. Do you know what chapter it is? I really fuck with you, Creams, but your face makes me want to compulsively be mean to you. Uh, that has nothing to do with Kagurabachi. Chapter 84 or 85. All right, let's see. Chapter 84, 85. Oh fuck, I don't want to re-up my like his account. Hold on. Kagurabachi. I canceled my Viz subscription chat. Price went up again. It seems like it goes up every 6 fucking months or so. And before, when it was like $2, it was like fine. It was like a rounding error, really. But now it's like $6. I just can't fucking take it. And why are there two subscriptions? Why are there two fucking subscriptions for Shonen Jump and Viz? Like it makes no fucking sense. Ugh, it's fucking annoying. Now I just like re-up the subscription if like I have a flight or something and I need to download a bunch of them in one go. Let's see. I totally forgot. 84. So did Samurai heal his sword in 84? Uh, he did something. Dude, no, like it's like coming back to me. When the fuck did it? When the fuck was it broken? Okay, this is getting ridiculous. No, I mean it's cool. Like it's probably somewhere in the 80s. Chat. I've looked for long enough. Holy shit. I'm just gonna take your word for it. How's your day been, Creams? Pretty good, pretty good. Been playing Spider-Man 2. Creams, would you rather fight Soga 1v1 or keep being transphobic? Not transphobic, and I would not fight him one-on-one. Thanks for the question. It's beginning of 85, my fault. I did not want to have to like scan every fucking panel. Let's see. Da, da, da. Am I laced? Like is he healing his sword or himself here? No, he's healing himself. Like that's when he got his vision back. Am I just like? Oh, okay. I see the little crack. I don't know if that counts as a full break though. In the same way Chihiro sword, it was broken. Did Kunishige get his house infested and was like, "This is the solution"? It almost does feel like that. It almost feels like Kunishige worked backwards from something because like you don't just make the Oh my god, his name escapes me too. The name of the sword escapes me. Holy fuck. Uh, the Magatsumi. Jesus Christ. Does he ever remember this shit off the top of his head? Um, Thank you, Demon. Yeah, no, like it's interesting because like every sword so far that we've seen has like some kind of like vision to it, some kind of like intention. Magatsumi, like again, I almost wonder, is it like the you can just make whatever comes to mind sword, or is it the like, nah, bro, like I gotta infect some shit sword? Like who? I wonder if like for Kunishige, who's like, nah, dude, we got enough blades. It's time for some mustard gas in metal. That's what we've been missing.
Chat.
Oh fuck.
Quick question. Be honest. Don't defend him if it's unnecessary. Did he um has he been talking about Kagurabachi the whole time? Or did he hear my footsteps and start talking about it? Chat. Be honest. Don't lie. Let me scroll through.
Draco's not exaggerating that much. He tried to read on screen, and it makes sense why he was so much more trouble. He has so much more trouble even when he takes his time.
That you didn't know, dude. Demonstrating it on that one is not good. Fuck. Nah, he's been talking
Not
about
my
it.
fucking
Okay.
fault. Hansel has so many goddamn typos in our chats, man.
Yes, he has.
Holy
He's just
shit,
been
I'm
doing
running
it poorly.
autocorrect.
Okay.
That means I have been.
Yeah.
Checkmate.
Good shit, bro. Use that Jujutsu one Hansel. Let's see. Hold on, let me just go through here. I'm just looking at chats real quick. If you ever become a good person, I'm gonna have to check if you ever have makeup on your forehead to cover up stitches, and then I fuck with you, but your face makes me want to compulsively be mean to you. Yeah, bro. Did you do something about that?
I said, I don't know.
Yeah. Okay,
This guy deadass stared at the camera and went, He got back. Draco, why is it that every time you pop in chat, it's just to insult me and then leave? I'm like scrolling up. You legitimately just like respond with like a slight agitation and then fucking bounce again. What the fuck are you doing right now, dog? Why did he need a world cutting slash, 5 other abilities, and infinite attack forms? I don't know what the hell they're talking about.
That chat? Hello?
Thank God you're back, dude.
Hello,
Holy shit. What's up?
hello. You said you don't know what the fuck they're talking about. That chat you just read?
You just misread it. You were inserting
Hello? Hello?
What?
Am I going crazy? You fucking idiot.
What
I
are
asked
you
I asked you a
about?
question. I asked you a fucking question. Answer my question. God damn.
What question,
You
dude?
said, I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. After you read a chat, are you referring to that chat?
Probably. I mean, I can't remember the chat now.
Why did it need a world cutting slash, 5 other abilities, and infinite attack forms? You followed it up by
Oh.
saying, what the fuck? I don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
Oh, they're talking about the fucking Magatsumi. Holy shit. I thought they were talking about Gojo and Sukuna. Fuck.
No, you didn't.
I was like,
You
what does
didn't.
that
No.
have to do with
Stop.
anything?
Stop. Halt. I won't allow this. You didn't think anything. Just be honest and say for a second you were just saying shit without thought. Without you didn't
Dude,
think you didn't think they were you didn't think they were talking
5 other
about
abilities
you didn't
and
think
infinite.
that you
Dude, the
didn't
word infinite was in the chat.
you
That's
didn't
obviously
you
about
didn't
Gojo.
think they were talking about Gojo and Sukuna, bro.
I did.
No,
I just
you
ignored
didn't.
it 'cause I was
Holy
like, oh, they're
fuck.
just talking about some shit that doesn't fucking matter right now, and that's truly on me.
That's on me. But hey, Kagurabachi's back.
Creams makes me
Creams
stop believing in free will.
Thanks, Ansel. I thought the chapter was pretty solid. I was just talking about like Kunishige's design for the Magatsumi, like what the fuck the drafts must have been. Like what it like did seeing like the Black Plague fucking inspire him to like put that shit in a sword basically, or is Soga just like able to utilize it with like a weird specific quirk?
Got you. What do you think about the contents of the chapter this week?
Pretty decent. It was pretty sad to see Chihiro like so close to death's door holding the sword. Did not know. Like for a split second, like reading the first half of this chapter, I really thought Shiva was gonna step in there and just like, I don't know, do something. But like, I don't think Hokuzono wants that ever. So seeing Samura kind of unleash what, my opinion, looks to be a kind of final stand. Like this seems like a no takesies backsies kind of move here. I also wonder, like, do you think this destroys the Tobimune? Like presumably, like this like is the end for Samura at least, but like, do you think the sword comes with him?
I'm not entirely sure. Mostly because I don't think I know exactly what Samura is doing. I saw some people saying that like it feels like the manifestation of like all of the Datenseki's power, which is like the ore necessary to create the enchanted blades in the first place. Like he's basically supercharging it and running the energy through himself, which is what's gonna kill him. Hence like the black flames, yada yada yada. I think that's an interesting read of it. Does it mean Tobimune will be destroyed? I would imagine no. Like unless it gets destroyed over the course of the battle, right? But like I don't think this act is going to do that in itself. I think it's probably just gonna kill him. But yeah, no, let me go through it real quick, chat. Let me go through it real quick. Yeah, no, the Hokuzono made sure there was no lack of clarity. That's a sword going through the heart right there. He was verifying so he could attack it. I will say like I feel like Soga in this chapter was a pretty fucking like this is one where it felt like there's something about the fight already being over and everybody reacting to that makes him, in my opinion, seem a bit more menacing and threatening than when they were challenging him as like a person that could be overcome. He very much obviously force of nature, yada yada, parallels have been brought up, several times over the course of the story in this fight, but just him being like him pulling up on the fucking the Kaminabi leader, what's his name, Izaru, and being like, yeah, dude, give me the names of everybody who like wanted the enchanted blades to be sealed. Watch this. and then just the malediction. He starts up, he runs it part 2, and everybody's just being fucking uber killed. I was like, damn. I think this felt very much like a more than most other chapters, in my opinion. He felt very insurmountable. Like, obviously, you when you have the character kind of like, it felt like the equivalent of when Sukuna, guy who's only read JJK, it felt like the equivalent of when Sukuna and Arame were flying off from Yuji, where it's like, that is when things feel super hopeless, not when the battle is going on and the odds are stacked in the villain's favor, but like when the villain seemingly has won or achieved a lot of like their aims, and they're just kind of like, they're going through the rest of the process. And I feel like he's got the visual design to kind of keep up with that. I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah.
It was very interesting to see Soga win so handedly, because like, whatever Samura does here, right? Unless it like, bottlenecks him in some major permanent way.
Probably gonna die.
I do wonder like how Chihiro like moves with like, like, what do you adapt to in this case, right? Like, what do you do to like, you watch the game tape in your head, right? How do you adjust, right? Like, how do you get more sword power? Like what the fuck do you do?
More enchanted, bro. You have more enchanted blade builders on your side. You build a stronger, or at least similarly comparable enchanted blade to Enten, and you get in the gym, bro. Start swinging that sword more. That one day training art shit ain't gonna fly. He is so good. Fucking Soga naturally countered EIY Purity style with like raw speed. You gotta get in the gym, bro. Holy fuck.
So getting in like the hyperbolic time chamber, basically.
Among other things, like getting help. I don't think you should like 1v1 this guy. Yeah. So yeah, that's kind of how I feel it. Yeah, him just gently holding and laying down Jiro, this motherfucker is just so much, man. Yeah, no, that and him kind of like, him being like, dude, Kunishige after the war, like his skills just fucking, they just fell off a cliff. Shit was kind of crazy. Him, dude, that the bee like sting into the ground or whatever. Holy fuck! Like, damn, bro, you just had that. Damn. That's tough. I hope you don't have any other insect-based abilities in your back pocket.
Like,
That would be really bad.
Mantis is just like 2 huge fucking city slashes or some shit.
Yeah. Shibata did I see the bullshit Soga was doing when, sure, I can scrap with him, but what about everyone else? Like, dude, what about yourself? Listen, I thought that shit, it was a weird mix of like super tough and also kind of like heartbreaking to see Shiba feel that way. Where it was like, he's trying to be pragmatic, right? He's like, okay, I just saved Takuri from like, Soga pulling up on him, yada yada, right? He clearly was probably like looking for him, and may have like known that Soga was going for that. Shiba kind of like stressing about it, like, if I join, will I fuck things up more, or not? Is like really tough. He's like, because he's like, dude, Samura, because that's the thing too, right? For Shiba, it's not just about like straight combat ability. Even if, like, let me put agenda to the side for a nanosecond, right? But like, even if we say that Shiba is capable of like not immediately dying in close quarters with Soga, which is, we'll say, contentious to say the least, right? The problem is that, like, if you don't have N10 with Nishiki, which can just like counter it, or Suzaku, you just take a considerable amount of instant chip damage just by being near him, right? Samura's already out the game, so it's not like he can rely on Suzaku to keep him in the game. It's like, dude, if I go in there, even if we're on equal footing, right? I Shiba mode all over him. I'm dying just by being near him. He's not dying just by being near me. That's not good.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck.
So what you're saying is, without that ability,
Shiba's washes. Yeah, 100%.
That's food.
Soga's lucky that that's one of the natural abilities of the Magatsumi. No funny shit. But yeah, no. Yeah, he was like, it's funny too, because Shiba being like, dude, this is a monster who couldn't be beat by 5 enchanted blades. Fuck, this might be rough for me. Shit. Dude, even I might need to catch my breath. But no, like it was very much like we gotta pull back and just get everybody, bro. We just gotta get the fuck up out of here. Um, and that to me is
If
like
she lived it.
why I believe that that like part of the mounting an offensive is the the prototypical like battle shonen, the collective beats the the individual or whatever, because I don't think Chihiro's just running up
Mhm.
Enten Kuro slap like, nah, nigga's different, bro. You gotta reforge a sword. You gotta get the fuck up out of here. You gotta go find the other Gen Blade users, bro. You gotta
Mhm.
lock in,
Dude,
man.
go in Hikari's like storage place, live there.
Yeah,
It's you it's you and the sword. That's
yeah,
it. The blade is me type shit.
type shit. But yeah, no, him kind of
But yeah.
falling into despair, trying to like be preoccupied with the mission, seeing Chihiro and Samurai there was fucking. It was tough. Yeah.
You know, I'm very curious to see like okay, I wanna assume that Chihiro's recovery is a given for this like next stretch with Samurai like kind of staking his life on this.
Uh,
Sure, right? Let's assume two things to be true just for the sake of like what I'm gonna say, right?
mm-hmm,
Samurai dies and Chihiro gets healed with his sword, right?
mm-hmm,
And they like go away. So the last thing that I want to know about, right, is basically like the damage on Soga because he's not really in his body
mm-hmm,
anymore. And I wonder like if whatever damage like Samurai is able to inflict on him will carry over like
mm-hmm,
on the soul level or what have you,
mm-hmm.
or if it's just gonna be like a clean getaway, right? Like I kind of basically is this fight gonna be all defense or is there gonna be some offense? If yes, like to what end, right? Like is this all just about saving Chihiro, or is there some like element of like, yeah, you know what, bro, let me future proof some of this fight for Chihiro while I'm at it, and then by the way, throw my sword to my daughter.
Throw this sword to my daughter. Holy fuck. Um, yeah.
You got this.
Yeah, I wonder if Yura's gonna regret freeing Soga after seeing him in action. Fuck, dude.
I'm surprised.
Hmm.
You think he's been seeing this shit like so far? He's
I'm not
got to.
sure.
He's got to have been.
I
Like,
truly have no idea like how this pseudo sword possession works. To be completely honest with you,
yeah.
I have no understanding. It could work like he's like being puppeteered and he's seeing everything, or it's like he's asleep, um, and he wakes up. And I'm not entirely sure. Hokuzono could kind of explain it in a number of different ways. But yeah, no, seeing Chihiro like break down over seeing Enten disappear, that was very,
It
very
was rough.
tough. Yeah. Um,
Um, gotta say though, like Chihiro's funny as a character because like he's about as motivated as a character can be
mm,
most of the time.
mm,
So like the element of like obviously like oh Samurai's dying with the damage, Soga's gonna do the familial connection. Like okay, I want to say all of that's a given to some extent. Another aspect of Chihiro's character that I want to see like explored after all this is sort of this like understanding of why his father made the sword in the first place or why he gave it to so I'm more interested in him kind of reconciling with Kunishiki's legacy in that respect
mm.
because like I Hero's the kind of character like the cup's already full when it comes to like vengeance and all this stuff like bro add it to the list. There's this other shit that I want to see you like explore, right? Like obviously like extra motivation is extra motivation, but like let me get more. I just let me see a different side to him.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Um. Yeah.
Do you care about learning anything about Chihiro's mom slash Soga's sister? Like, is that even like a point of interest? Because like I find it interesting that like Okuzono chose to make that the connection instead of just like having him be related to Kunishige directly.
Um. I am as interested in it right now as Hokuzono is in showing it, which is to say, like, if he does, I'll kind of like engage with it as is. If he decides it's not super relevant, I'm not like hard stuck on the idea in that respect. Um, yeah, we kind of already got that. He
Mhm.
was talking about how being related to him in regards to Soga made him feel disgust. Chihiro
Yeah, that
regrets
shit
on
was
how he put
gas.
it in Raw Hokuzono. Um, you say that shit was gas. Um, Chihiro being like disgusted by Soga being related to him.
Yeah, unironically, I thought that was like a really cool like thing to throw in the mix.
Huh.
Like I don't I thought that was like very revealing for like Jiro's thinking. Like there's an element of like of that as well as all the other usual Chihiro isms, you know?
Hmm.
Like just because we don't really see Chihiro express any kind of like I don't want to call it pride, right? Because I don't think that's what this is, but it's like we don't see him really express this kind of like fuck what's the like disgust at someone else's actions incredulity.
Maybe.
Yeah, like it's not something that we particular like we get super often with Chihiro. He's a pretty stoic character for a lot of the time. Or
Oh,
at the
just
very least just
repulsed at other
singular
people's
focus.
actions.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh, I
like he's
disagree. He does it all the time, bro. He does it like
like
all the time. He's more. He does that more than I think he is. Like not like okay. You think about Sojo. He's like, dude, slime like you shouldn't wield katana.
felt like it
That
was more related to the sword, like him having the sword than it did like
slime like
slime. No, I
you.
get it. Like it's yeah. It's still a cool moment for me. Like I just thought it added because it's a more personal feeling, right? Because it is this like he's disgusted at the link, you know. He's not just like disgusted about like Soga in isolation. Like if Soga wasn't related to him, like it would just be kind of a neutral reaction, but like it would be kind of a disgust at a distance. Like he specifically laments like the connection between them. In addition, that is something I also find interesting.
Hmm. I don't disagree that conceptually it's cool. Hokuzono hasn't done much with it yet. All he's I guess I'm just not really of the belief that like the introduction of the concept is gas. It's just like he's repulsed at it. It's like you haven't done anything with it besides say that's what he feels, which great. But in order for me
Alright.
to like take it for me to emotionally take it and run with it, you got to do more than just be like Jiro be like, dude, I fucking hate this guy. It's like, all right.
Fair. I
Um,
guess we'll see because I think there's some makings of like a really compelling aspect of their dynamic in there, and especially like if you make the connection to how Chiro feels about Kunishige. Like I just think there's potential there.
yeah. Um, do,
Um,
do, 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 do. Yeah,
I'm gonna go pee. I'll be right back.
yeah, do your thing.
Real quick. I give this chapter like a strong 9. Really enjoyed it. Thought it was sick.
Interesting. Yeah, I'd probably give this like I'd say it's like another 8 out of 10 chapter. I fucked with it. It's pretty solid. Pretty solid stuff.
Respectable.
Pretty solid stuff. Okay. All right, chat room. Have we seen which Chihiro's mom looked like? Cause if she's hot, I want to see it. I don't think we have yet. Can you guys react to the small Kaminabi dude being in that panel, or how many times do I have to resend that message? I mean, I'm not. I guess it's like I'm not really like super hyped about him being in there, but like I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure Zami did just straight up call him like the strongest dude. The guy who like trained him in Shiba. Like, is it a surprise that Shiba's like includes presumably like his teacher, in like the ranks of strong people to fight alongside? I don't think so. I mean, visually funny, I guess, just because like of the characters, he's the one maybe like least hyped up and the only one who hasn't really been in battle. But I think like at a base conceptual level, it's not really. Um, you think he's gonna be a mentor a bit to Chihiro and the others, or just a combatant? Um, Honestly, I don't know. I am a mentor figure to Chihiro in the conventional sense is something that we've seen, and it's something I kind of have a little bit of a hard time imagining. Not to say that like he can't, like he's beyond that or whatever. It's just more to say we haven't really like focused on that, and so I'd be I'd be a little surprised if this character functions as that. I'd honestly expect someone else with the enchanted blade to serve that purpose more than him. It's technically possible though. It's technically possible. Um, let's see. How much do you believe Natsuki will wield a reforged Kurigumo? Um, would it be cool because I like Natsuki? Yes. Are there any reasons that it shouldn't happen? Not that I can think of, at least. Am I super convinced that that'll happen? I don't really know. Um, I feel like, like I said, my kind of opinion is just that it would be dope, but I'm not entirely sure if it would be, if it will be, or if it is necessary. I feel like it's an obvious direction that things could go, and it'd be pretty sick. Let's see. I wonder if Shiro's sword forging skills will come into play. I feel like more blades isn't the right answer. Um, you feel like more blades isn't the right answer. Um, I wonder, like he might like want to destroy them after the fact or something, or store them, reseal them, yada yada. But like I do feel like this is very much like Chihiro's not gonna be able to fight Soga. I don't think off the strength of innate sorcery and base swordsmanship. That's just not really possible. If Chihiro forges more blades, then I feel like it would reconfirm what Soga has been saying, and I don't think Chihiro would want that. Hmm. In the sense that in the sense that Soga's like, yeah, these swords are meant to, to bring mass destruction, yada yada. Or not even necessarily bring mass destruction, but like these swords are necessary to ensure the peace of, all these things. I don't necessarily know if that's like entirely the conceit of Soga's point, though, that Chihiro necessarily contradicts, because he has been using, like, Shiro's been using the enchanted blades, these things that can be weapons of mass destruction for good, and I think that's been largely the point that he's been trying to harp on. I do hope N10 stays half broken, just healed enough to not be fully repaired. Oh yeah, I agree. It'd be sick if it's just like the hilt and a little bit of the blade left. I don't think that Samurai should completely reforge it, because then I think it kind of sours a little bit um of the impact and intensity of what we got beforehand. I heard someone that speculate that Shiro can forge a sword named Kagurabachi. Would that be too corny? That should be funny. Um, would it be too corny? I don't know if I really care. It'd probably be pretty corny, maybe, but like I don't know if it'd really mean all that much. It would just be something to kind of like laugh at and you move on within the context of the narrative. Um, but yeah, I'm sure it came from like the dancing inside of like Magatsumi's range or whatever. He's the only one that can dance freely or something something. Um, let's see. Plot twist: Soga's gonna hate the Hishaku, and tries to kill them. Wait, plot twist: Soga's going to hate the Hishaku, and tries and kills them all. Then the Hishaku need to team up with the main cast. Hmm. I don't know. I feel like we're gonna need to see Yura again before we can draw any conclusions on like what the antagonists want to do moving forward. But I do think some like discord within them is like it's bound to happen, right? It's bound to happen. I don't think Kagurabachi the sword would happen. It's a bit on the nose, but also doesn't fit within the naming scheme of the enchanted blades. Hmm. Hmm. I didn't expect Ensign to start falling apart like that, but now I feel like I would prefer if Chihiro felt that permanent loss of losing it. That'd be powerful. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. It's one of those things to where like I'll only be able to speak on how effective Hokuzono was at making me feel the loss or the regaining of it if like the only way I'll be able to it's like it's an execution thing. I don't necessarily know if it needs to be entirely gone, but I do want to be convinced that this is like something that will have long lasting emotional and like plot related ramifications moving forward. Hmm. 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 So yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. Do you think Shiro will train with Itsuo Shirikai, later Samura's master? He keeps being mentioned in the story, so I think something's being set up. So that's kind of where my mind went a little bit. Maybe even him even being one of the people that just needs to fight in the first place. But I don't know. I imagine his I imagine that like his maybe his personal shortcomings might be a bit annoying for Chihiro to deal with, but I'm not sure. Like in terms of having the skill to make some shit shake, yeah, he has it. Um,
Who?
Itsuo Shirikai.
Withdrawn.
Yeah, just
That's a lot of syllables, dog. Holy shit. Who is
three.
that?
So 3 syllables in each name. That's a lot of syllables, bro. That's
I
too
thought it
much.
was all one. What? Who is this again?
Again,
Like a friend. It's like a friend of Chihiro's.
no, wow. White Purity style originator. The guy who created EA.
Oh my god. Holy shit. Yes. That lady's grandfather. Yes.
That lady. It's back. Vomit emoji.
Thanks, Demon.
Put the camera cover back
Haven't
on.
seen one of Hansel's chats in a while. Fuck.
Jesus Christ. Dude, you're so fucking needy, man. Even if that's something you think, keep it to yourself, bro. Save that for an after stream call. Like, confide in me as a friend after and be whiny and needy, bro. We're on the fucking clock, man. Like, have some shame, have some self-respect, have some fucking grit, have some backbone, bro. Fuck. Man.
That would be funny.
No, you didn't think it'd be funny, bro. You needed you felt the feeling, you felt the insecurity, and you didn't hold. No, bro. Listen, I'm not saying don't speak on it, but like let's have it like a friend, bro. This is really gotta. God, bro, we got a job to do, and you're talking about like I haven't seen Hansel in a little bit. Like, bro, holy fuck, how have you grown cone dependent? Y'all have played like 3 chess matches. Fuck.
It's not that, dude. It's just like these chatters mean more to me than like.
No, that's not true,
sometimes.
right? That's not true. You didn't say I haven't seen multiple chatters because Draco hasn't said anything in a minute either. It wasn't Draco. You are suckling on Hansel's teeth.
I saw
and it's fucking
he
crazy.
just first
Chatted
of all,
after Hansel
Draco's
came
been
back.
responding. I did look.
After Hansel came back, you dumbass. And Hansel came back because you fucking begged her to. My hole just twitched. What's up, Creamy?
Draco said, "I have enough faith in Hokuzono's writing." That one. He also said, "Okay."
You dead ass. You bro.
Damn, Draco, lock in.
Yeah, you're cooked, bro. You're fucking.
Why does
fried.
Creams have a 200 ping laugh? Sorry.
Have some standards, you harlot. I'm not even saying, dude. I'm just saying, like, have like some fucking, have some tenacity, bro. I haven't seen Hansel chat in a while. Holy fuck! Wow, man. Limp dick in hand saying that? That's fucking crazy.
My hole just twitched. What's up?
Oh god, dude, and now he's doing the I can't listen gimmick. Fuck.
I have been listening. What do you want me to say?
I already read that chat, you troglodyte. That's what I'm saying. You're running the I can't listen gimmick. Holy fuck. I think creamy pie is
Sorry, I have a
unsalvageably
job.
stupid.
I actually care and take care. I do shit that matters, unlike you. Thanks, Draco. Nice talking to you too, man.
Oh fuck. This guy knows the name of Aiden Ross's cameraman, by the way. That can't be true.
It's not. I don't know him. Or of him. I don't know either thing. I have no association with that man.
Okay. Did anyone notice in there that Cream said chatters mean more to him than friends? Like that's a higher tier of relationship to him?
Family.
More than family too?
I said yeah, I mean it's not a high bar. Like
Chatters,
friends are a higher bar.
Family, friends.
Friends, chatters, family.
You're cooked, dude.
You know why, bro.
But they're... Bro, come on. Like, think for a second, bro.
Don't plead with me.
No. Think
Don't-
for a second. No,
that,
I know.
that makes it worse.
No, I understand general context, but think for a second, bro. Where were you the other day?
Oh shit! Yes. Okay. Kind of a hard carry job though. Okay, whatever. No, that's cool. Whatever,
No. Dude,
Um,
Dude, chat, he was being fucking serious. I had to I had to remind him that he oh my god, bro. What the fuck is your problem?
I just don't like put her in that bucket, you know? Like, my bad. Like, okay, I guess, but
Is she in the chatter bucket
she
or the
would be
friend
the
bucket? Which one is she? Because you
She
said
would be the entire bucket for the category, and that's not fair. Because like it's like a bro, it's a team sport. You can't have one person just like kind of carrying.
dude, listen,
the entire
listen. I'm like this, right? If it was like, dude, who's more important to you, your mom or all chatters? Obviously, my mom.
Obviously. Like,
You
for me,
can't
it's the same,
you can't
right?
say obviously.
But if you were to be
you
like,
fucking rat, because it wasn't the case.
With the exception of my mom,
That's not what you said.
that category. You know what?
By the way, that's not what you said. Because you were just like friends, chatters, family. Not with the exception. You left it, and I tried to keep giving you breadcrumbs, and you were just sitting
with
there.
the exception of my mom.
You were
There
no,
we
you
go.
you were just
Okay.
like nah, bro. What are you talking about? You know why? And I'm like, dude,
I
where
thought
the
you understood. I thought you implicitly understood the distinction.
So okay, so where is like what? You said you don't put her in that bucket. So what? Is she in the friend bucket or the chatter bucket, bro? That's all I want to know, truly and honestly.
She's in her own bucket. She's great.
So why didn't you
Love-
rank
love
her
my
then? So because you left her unranked.
Okay. So let me re-rank. Okay, my mom, my friends, chatters, family. There we go. Better, officer. Fuck.
Officer, my bad, bro. No. You know what, bro? Go back to what you were doing. Whatever.
Creams, I sincerely hope none of your IRLs watch this.
Some of them do.
Creams, you say what you think people want to hear, you actual worm.
Holy
Creams, say
shit.
you love your mom more than Hansel with a straight face. I love my mom more than Hansel. He
Yeah,
didn't.
he's laughing.
So
at
the family would be at the top. What the fuck?
He did actually
I didn't
complain
laugh at
about
that.
missing out on stream yesterday, and not that he missed out on hanging out with his friends. Yeah, he would. By the way, Jack, what bothered him was that he's like, dude, I put on a bad performance. Not I missed hanging out with y'all. I put on a bad performance, guys. They're gonna fire me. Holy shit, dude. You're genuinely dude. Like, how is your gray matter meat falling off the bone? How is that happening?
Okay, so everybody's got their quirks. I don't know why this is like an inquisition about my character. Like, come on, guys. Everybody's unique in their own beautiful little way. My fella, you're not even being genuine with your own ranking. You're saying this to just please the masses. I'm not. Please stand on fucking something, man. Bro, I'm standing 2 feet planted in the soil. I don't know. I don't know what more you want from me. This isn't a quirk. This is all for one's whole arsenal. Your quirk is that you are a terrible fucking person. Some shit is unacceptable. And the way you're unique is quite ugly.
Nigga being dumb
Hey,
isn't cute.
Jesus fucking Christ. Those last 2 are from our mods. What do you people even do?
Oh, you know
James,
what, guys?
have you
Go
ever
on strike.
inspired anyone to do anything?
Nah, guys, you know what? Go on strike. Lurker time. He asked, what do y'all
No,
do?
come on.
Nah, show him. Lurk.
No, I'm sorry. I'll take it back. Like, I'm genuinely, like, let me take it back if I could. I apologize for
No,
my
you
outburst,
can't.
Please.
No. They have to go on strike for at least a day. It's the only way to prove
I
it.
can change.
No.
I can change.
Hansel, you go on
Hansel,
strike too.
please.
I don't want to see you chat again today.
No,
Demon,
please. No,
Mozane, Hansel, don't talk. Draco, you
Please.
neither.
Fuck.
Let's raw dog the rest of stream, bro. Let's do it. You know what? Everybody, cease chatting for 5 minutes, please. I'd really appreciate it. We got this.
Please don't take everything from me.
We got this.
Bro,
No, we
I
got this
have-
right here, right now.
Bro, please.
No, we're going on strike. Let's do it. Glad I can talk. No. Y'all. It's a class conscious effort. Let's lock in.
I said sorry.
I don't think you did.
Sorry. My bad. Now I said it. Forgive me. Come back, please.
Oh yeah,
Please use letters.
ellipses are fine. Yeah, ellipses are fine. You can chat ellipses chat. You know, do it through Morse code. I fuck with that. All right, bro. So let's get into the JJK modulo chapter, bro. Get into it. Go.
Won't even be the same now.
Get into the chapter, bro.
Seeing Dabura hit light speed, you know, or sub light, I should say, was definitely very interesting. Seeing Gege's approach to the acceleration speed. How do you quantify it? It was interesting to see how Gege approached the problem, right? Because like he did something that I don't think I've ever like really seen that much, which is like acknowledge that there's still other physics at work. Like for example, I really appreciated it. It might be a little dark, but I really appreciated the bit about the air resistance acting more like a solid and burning off his foot because it was, you know, traveling the fastest when he was kicking Maharaga. I thought that shit was really cool and inspired, and it goes to show, just by the way, how crazy Dabura's resistance is to his own like his physical innate resistance to his own technique. Makes me wonder if he's able to do this shit, like how anything can hurt him if he just like infuses himself with the technique, like, or I guess just the reinforcement to withstand it, right? Because I'm trying to think like what JJK offensive ability can like even come comparable to this that isn't like maybe purple, right? Like, or I guess the world's cutting slash, right? But it's
Perfect
sort of
spear, probably the mass punches.
Oh shit! Yes, those are also physics based. Damn, but they wouldn't hit him.
That's not what you said. You asked what could hurt him.
Yes. Okay, I thought about it for like more than 1 second. Fuck.
I'm happy for you.
But like,
also Maharaga slashes like just hurt him like last chapter.
Slashes are different. Like it's not. It's fine. Like whatever.
Slashes are different. Includes the world cutting slash as one of the things he mentions, by the way.
So just gotta say, like on that level, I like. Dude, this is a real good performance from Dabura. To be honest, if I'm just okay, no bits for like 2 minutes, right? Don't know how Maharaga survived this. Genuinely don't understand. Because this seems like this is like the thing Gojo did to get rid of it, essentially.
No,
I don't know how it's
didn't
still
do it.
kicking.
Nah, Dabura failed because he didn't destroy it all. There's some Maharaga left right there.
Oh, you think that's the difference? Because like even because I'm thinking like there's no way this has less output than like Sukuna's fire or like purple, right?
It does.
Somehow.
Maharaga's dead then and alive now.
I guess, right? It was just like okay, you know what it was? There's Malevolent Shrine is stronger than a sublight kick. Like that's the scaling in JJK. Like purple and furnace. Like subspeed light kick. Like you know what I mean? Like that was just a little shocking to kind of see in print.
By the way, this is why if I'm not ranking Dabura, because I don't really know who he ranks, that's why Maharaga is probably like top. Because that's what you were looking at me like a Sherman. Kenjaku can't do that. Kenjaku can't do that. He's washed. He's washed.
Like, I don't know, man. Like does purple have this much AP? Because even when he enhanced it to 200%, right? It's not like it did this much damage, right? Like. I guess it's like a slightly different perspective, so it's hard to tell. But like,
I mean, you're also confusing like the strength of an attack and like the scope of which it destroys. It's the Kamehameha problem, bro. Does everyone fucking destroy the planet? No. Sometimes that shit like misses and blows up a very small part of a city, but it shits on, you know, fucking like this light blast that destroys like a bigger part of the city or whatever the fuck, you know what I mean? It's not like these things like while Gege And this is like an interesting thing, but like while Gege adheres to reality in some respects, it's a supernatural story in which certain things have to be kind of gotten around. Um,
Mhm.
so yeah.
No, like it's again, I understand that like from that perspective, right? Like I'm not it's not lost on me that he's like kind of just doing this for style points to some extent.
Hmm?
It is just more I guess like a fucking meathead power scaler level. It's just like it's just an interesting it is interesting because of like how it relates to purple and furnace. Because like okay, while I'm here, is this like not a little bit of Choso upscale? Just okay, obviously Furnace killed him, but there's just a little bit of him surviving. So if you could assume like some kind of relativity to that doesn't just like instantly kill him with his maximum shield, then like
People in chat are also making a point. Mahoraga does adapt to the first dash pass that Dabura does, so it could just be, adaptation to that aspect that allowed it to survive most of a lot of the brunt of the attack, and it's adapting faster and faster. Not only does it take more damage, but also due to the simplicity of the technique that Dabura is using now, which is hit him
interesting.
really hard, really fast.
Do you think Maharaga can even see him in
Mhm.
this form? Because it looks like he's standing like Maharaga is standing perfectly still in the panel on the second page.
He's getting absolutely
Um,
fucking statued.
right. So like, is he just like a you know what? I'll just let him come to me.
No, he's not
Like I'm
thinking shit. There's no thought if I flash a light in your face, right? From the time that first photon gets to your eyeball, you're not thinking, "Oh, I'll let it come to me." It just
you haven't had a
happened.
thought yet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Maharag is not like, I'll tank this. He's getting statued. Dabura is moving. Maharaga is not. Um,
I
yeah.
don't know because Maharaga is not like oh fuck
Mm,
because so I thought it was just like a you know what I can eat this kind of
yeah.
moment.
Mm,
Um, in that respect, do you think Maharaga adapts to like he gets kicked, right? Blasted, whatever.
mm-hmm.
Does he adapt to the speed at which Devura is moving, the force of the impact, or the energy? Like does he just essentially develop a heat shield, right? To like getting being on the receiving end of that much energy? Like, does he disperse it better? Like, I'm curious, like, how you think Maharaga would adapt to something like brute force generally.
Not entirely sure. Yeah, I mean, like, Dabur is using. Oh, for Creams to translate. Oh, yeah, go and translate that. But anyways, um, yeah, let's see. Yeah. Reason. Not only purple's necessarily about light speed kick. Beating Maharuga isn't just about being strong, it's about being smart enough to figure out the technique and defeat it all at once. Yeah, first. Um, is there ever a statement to think that the wheel needs to be targeted? No, and also we know that the wheel doesn't need to be targeted because Sukuna drags the wheel out after fighting Maharaga. Um, like after
Bro is
beating him.
so much sexier than Gojo. I understand why Creams would cheat on
Okay,
Gojo and sleep with
I
Dabura.
was talking.
What the fuck?
Um, so like the thing is that we know that like Sukuna drags the wheel out after using the fire arrow, so the wheel is there. Um, yeah, that's it. Um,
I mean, like the wheel being there doesn't necessarily mean that like Maharaga could still lose with the wheel being present. Like you don't have to destroy the wheel.
that's what I was just fucking saying. That was the entire point I was making, actually. Like actually,
Oh, it's not.
it didn't sound like that because you weren't listening, right? Someone in chat was like, "Is it ever stated that the wheel needs to be destroyed?" I'm saying no, it's not stated,
Oh,
and we know that it doesn't have to be destroyed because Sukuna grabs the wheel after destroying Maharaga completely. That's exactly what I just said. Um,
okay. I thought you were referencing
no, incorrect.
the hollow purple destroying the wheel with
No,
at
no.
the end of
Like
Ijoro's
if
Sukuna.
you yeah no, because those are entirely two different sentences. Um, yeah, I was saying
My
Fire
bad.
Arrow in Shibuya, not Hollow Purple in Shinjuku. Um, but yeah,
My bad. You
nah.
know.
For sure.
The little panel with him dancing with Maharaga was fucking hilarious. You know, I saw that leak on Twitter, and I thought it was like one of those fake fan art leaks
Mm-hmm.
that some artists draw.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Gege is funny. Gege is funny.
Type shit.
Deborah finding his ego was definitely like a highlight. It's not the highlight, but it was a highlight of the chapter. Just kind of wondering like where enjoyment kind of enjoyment starts and frustration kind of ends, because it seems like he's right on the edge of like that intersection on like page 8, page 9, because he's like, oh, this is getting frustrating, but at the same time I've never experienced this before. A part of me is actually enjoying fighting. And I'm wondering like which side of the spectrum he's leaning more towards.
Well, if the next page wasn't enough, I want to fight more. I want to fight better. I want to be reborn into a version of myself I don't even know. I'd assume it's probably leaning towards more the enjoying part. I think the frustration just comes from the need to put in effort, and the need to put in effort is entertaining for sure. Let's see.
Because I was thinking like, I was thinking maybe like part of the problem for Deborah is just like he doesn't really regen the same way. Because okay, him learning our reverse curse technique, fucking crazy, especially just off of like ideas.
Yeah,
like, he didn't even see it. He just
like,
heard of it.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, no, they can heal. And then the thing that Maharaga hit me with was like, that didn't feel like cursed energy. Shit, let me try this, and then fucking does it. Yeah, it's pretty fucking impressive.
Yeah, I thought it was his thinking was actually the more impressive thing than him doing it, because him implicitly understanding that you need positive energy to heal is super fascinating. Like it is one thing to just be like, oh, how can they heal? Let me try that. It is another thing to kind of piece together like, wait, how can they heal with negative energy? They must be making positive energy. Like he figured out, or like he deduced that positive energy even existed in the first place. Like that was even a concept.
Yeah, that to me that part is the simpler aspect of it, just because like even Gojo says it's impossible to do it with negative, like because cursed energy is negative, you can't do something like regenerate with it. It's just for reinforcement, and so I imagine that's like because if you know no one's ever used positive energy, obviously that's why Deborah's using. He's like we can't heal because the nature of the energy we use does not do that, right? And so it's like it's maybe the idea of like reversing it is partially ingenious, but I think I think it's particularly just the application of it.
Because it's super interesting because like he has like the like cultural and experiential biases that like prevent him from even like having that thought that there is a positive energy, right? But just like hearing that somebody can be healed, just like not by what technique, just like they can theoretically do it. Holy shit, I can heal myself with positive energy that I now confirmed existed. Wait until Samaria hears about this one.
Type shit. Took Gojo almost dying to figure that shit out. Honored none. That's crazy.
That it did take Gojo, because he even knew about RCT his whole life.
Yeah.
But like doing it was another matter. With the 6 eyes. Holy shit. Fuck. That's so annoying. That's so fucking annoying. What the fuck was he doing his entire life? Just jerking it? Like, god damn, dude. Why is he such a bum as a teenager?
Okay. The contextualization of Jujutsu being more advanced than alien society when another media it's the exact opposite was also interesting. It was a cool panel. He's like, damn, dude, Earth's Jujutsu is quite advanced, huh? That show's dope. Yeah, no, very cool stuff. Very cool stuff. The other, I think, the other big element of it that was pretty fucking cool. Obviously, Yuji pulling up.
Yuji pulling up. Because there's layers to this, right? There's the fact that the Sumerians and humans are even in the same building. I can't tell if this was a Sumerian ambush or just like they had different sides of the building to kind of ensure each other's cooperation. Because it sounded like there was an ambush, at least on the Sumerian side, like they didn't trust that humans would keep the pact going. But like I can't tell if
happened to come across each other. They didn't. Neither of them meant to ambush the other in the building. The sorcerer was meant to go kill curses that would be driven away from the Deborah fight, and the Sumerians were like, we don't know. We want to make sure they don't interfere with Deborah. And so neither of them meant to come across each other in the building. That's why they're like, that's why when, I don't remember the Sumerian's name specifically, but you know, the guy that's kind of like stoking the flames, That's why he's surprised when he hears the humans, and the humans are like, "What the Sumerians?" And he's like, "Earthling, what the fuck?" It's because they didn't expect, they were not intending to come across each other in that moment. Um,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, dude, Yuji pulling up,
mhm.
it was so fucking, it was so interesting because this is like a minor art thing that I think is really cool. The little orb of blood that he's tossing
The
is in the
jujutsu,
spot where
yeah.
his hood, yeah,
Hmm.
used to be.
Hmm.
I thought that was like a nice detail.
Hmm.
Two, we still don't see like past the shadow line of his hood.
Hmm.
Also, like either he looks like he's in his 30s or he looks like he's still 17. Very interesting just to see like when it comes off when he stopped aging properly.
Hmm.
Um, Three, man, I told them this would happen. No, you didn't. You just said you didn't. First of all, second of
Hmm.
all, you knew this would happen. How? You know, it's sort of, what the fuck have you seen? Is sort of like the thing that pops in my head, right? Like
Hmm.
in the 70 odd years or so since Sukuna got killed, like what what could have possibly prepped you for this? You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
very, I don't know. I thought it was like an interesting observation to show like Yuji's experience, intelligence, whatever, which
Hmm.
isn't really like a side of him we get to explore super often. Um, but the it was it had an old man Yuji aspect to it to show he's been around the block, and I just like, what the fuck was behind that block that you guessed this?
Yeah. Honestly, it's funny. A lot of people were kind of like, "Yuji, why are you ore farming?" I very much read this in like a very goofy tone. Him correcting himself, like if he just left it at like, "Man, I knew this would happen," and just left it at that, I'd be like, "Okay, yeah, KK's like," yeah. But like him being like, "Not that I said it out loud," but still feels very much like some shit. Yuji, I could see Yuji saying like it doesn't feel like, at least just based on this dialogue, he's too self serious here, in my opinion. Um, let's see. How does Yuji know the Sumerians? Does he have an inside man? I wonder how specific he's saying, or like how specific he's being when it comes to that. But I guess just things to see as more chapters come out. The piercing blood variant that seems to be not super like lethal. They seem to just be like splashing on people is interesting, like tagging them or something like that. Very cool, very
Mm.
cool. Very much a an improvement in terms of application that we've seen over it before that. So I too am curious to see now that Yuji's like, he's maybe not in the forefront, but he is like, he's taken stage now. I guess it's time to see kind of where he's getting out here. Let's see. I'm not gonna lie. Do we think Debur and Higuruma are the two most talented people in the verse? Fuck no. Um,
Like I can see why you'd make that assumption off of the RCT feat, but I don't know. Like there's more out there. Like what's your criteria for
it's it's
for
just
talent
it's just
in
obvious.
JJK?
It's just obviously Debur and Yuta. Um, like Yuta's an obvious one. Debur is probably a pretty obvious one. Fuck yes, Higuruma better? No, Higuruma literally has talent on par with Gojo. You can't even get him above Gojo, which is like, whatever. Um, it's like, yeah, nah.
Why not? Why not Mahito?
Um,
Mahito was plenty talented, right?
yeah. Um, let's see. Yuta, yeah. Spat out, outputted positive energy. Just cause we don't even have proof that he knew what RCT was before that. And I'm not accepting any
Mm.
speculation otherwise. Show me the scan where he saw someone use RCT or heard about it, and I'll believe you. But all that he probably did, I'm not listening. Until further notice, Yuta healed because he wanted to. Um, are
Are
you?
you saying talent is how fast you reach your peak, and that peak is potential? Actually, this is a very interesting thing. I think you and I have discussed this with Dragon Ball characters. Funny enough, when it comes to the difference between Goten and Gohan,
Mhm.
I think you said something along the lines of like Goten has more talent, but Gohan has more potential.
Correct.
Is it something similar like in JJK for you?
Um, Yuta happens to have more potential than Higuruma too. But generally, here's the way to think of it: potential is the depth of the well. talent is how quickly you can fill it, regardless of its volume, right? So if you have more potential and more talent, that doesn't necessarily mean you'll reach your peak potential faster than someone who has equal amounts of talent but less potential. All it means is I have a gallon of water, right? Or an empty gallon jug. The super talented person snaps their fingers and it's entirely full. The person who doesn't have talent has to drip that in, right? You're turning the faucet on and it's just dripping water. You're building upon it over and over and over and over time. So yeah. Let's see. So yeah.
Interesting. So like, okay, let's say there's two scales, right? Both out of 10, talent, potential, right? We could say somebody like Gohan has like a 10 on potential, but like a 7 on talent, or like maybe a 6, right? Goten, flip the 2, right? What would you say is like somebody like Sukuna, right? Would you say 10 on both? Like Yuta?
No. Potential would just be 10. Talent, it's hard to say because we don't know what his like we have to. No, actually, I'm lying like shit. He is probably like an 8.5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because like there's an argument for him to just be a 10, right? Like where does he lose points for you?
We don't know how he learned certain things basically. So like we don't know the process we don't know how much effort went into figuring out certain things. Like things that we do know in the case of like Yuta. We know what the process of him learning RCT was, just doing it. Yuta accidentally knowing that shit because he's overpowered since birth is as talented as Akari getting auto RCT because he hit the jackpot. No, it's not. That's like a fundamental misunderstanding. You're thinking of like intelligence, which is great. You can say Dabura smarter than Yuta. I don't know if that's true, but I also don't really care for the point that I'm talking about. Yuta being overpowered naturally is talent in the same way like Gojo being able, because like that's the fluctuation between skill and power in Jujutsu Kaisen are like they're relatively close to one another. It's just a skill at which you're able to achieve things.
Like I would say Yuji's like the kind of quintessential definition of this difference, right? Like he's got a lot of potential, right? I'd say he's like an 8 or 9 in potential. But like his talent might be a 4, maybe a 5 when you compare him to some of the like higher ups in that chain, right? Like
nah.
Would you which metric?
He's probably like a 7 in talent.
Really?
Yeah.
What's the thinking?
He's def at 10 potential. Yeah, Yuji would probably be higher in potential too. I mean,
that's not how his domain looks to me. But continue.
In respect to talent, I mean, granted, it's like kind of contextual, right? But I mean, just the rate of like think about how long Yuji's been a sorcerer and like how strong he is by the end of the series. And his talent is influenced by other biological elements, but like those are biological elements that are innate to him. So yeah.
Sure. I mean, the switch training did accelerate everybody's growth by a lot, so it's not like a 1-to-1.
Even if you say like, up until then, like Yuji surpassed Nanami in like a month of being a sorcerer.
But that was just like essentially like more him unlocking, like he just had more potential like than Nanami on the offset, right? Like
and
he was just like he was just faster at getting there.
Faster
newbie
at getting
games.
there.
It's fucking newbie games.
Like potential and talent. Yeah, but his newbie gain, everybody gets newbie gains. We all get newbie gains. His newbie gains took him further faster than Nanami's did. That's the point. That's what talent is. How quickly do you get acclimated to doing this? Yuji did it more than a lot of other characters. Yuji has like his talent is more skewed towards the combat aspect of these like battles than the sorcery aspect. But I think like entirely separating them isn't like something I would do.
Does that mean you think Megumi is less talented but has more potential, for instance?
Less talented than Yuji?
Because Megumi's been, because Megumi's been a sorcerer like since he was like a kid, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like,
it kind of it's a bit of depends. Like in terms of like potential, yeah, I would say he probably has equal or greater potential than Yuji. I probably lean towards equal at this point. Um, and in terms of talent, like in terms of like realized talent, yeah, he's definitely falls far below Yuji. I think there's context as to why. Because when Megami does apply himself, he does bring out things rather quickly. But yeah, in terms of like realized talent, demonstrated talent, yeah, he's below Yuji. I think that's a major point. Um, that even like spurs Megami on to want to apply himself more after Goodwill. I mean, yeah.
So like, who would be going back to Dabura, right?
Mm-hmm.
You could argue he's hit a lot of his potential already. He just has like the margins left, right? You know, your domains, your RCTs, or what have you.
Uh-huh.
But generally speaking, he has a lot of finesse and like knowledge of his own abilities. So like he's already a good chunk of the way there, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like his talent is obviously crazy
Mm-hmm.
because like once he's put in a position where he actually needs to evolve, he's able to do it really handedly.
Mm-hmm.
So like you'd say the higher number, like out of 20, is like what makes a particularly strong character. In that respect, Gojo's a bit difficult because like
I mean, you just gotta ask yourself this question: Is innate technique part of talent or no?
like innate curse technique,
Mm-hmm.
like the
Yeah, are we counting that?
so
Because if not, it
like
changes things. Sure.
I mean, it's gotta be, but at the same time, they do like Gege does make a point to say like Gojo is like that because he's Gojo, not just because he has the six eyes, right? Like you would argue in probably decent faith that like Gojo is the strongest six eyes user, right? Strongest six eyes limitless user.
Maybe.
So like from what we've seen, but like it's sort of the I don't say the content like it's sort of it's hard to ignore it. Like it just is,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because it is just like a huge part. But like you say, Yuji's abilities are like biological, and
Yeah.
we kind of just let him have that. So I say do the same for Gojo.
Yeah, then yeah, his talent would probably like because obviously the narrator. I think MZ was asking this earlier. So the as it has in the Viz specifically is the executioner sword shining brightly again guaranteed to kill and by the man with talent equal to Satoru Gojo. So in terms of like ability to apply like learn things extraneous from your technique. Don't know if that's the right word for that sentiment. Like outside of your innate curse technique, Higuruma is equally talented to Gojo, right? Um,
Mm.
Gojo's technique is better, so on the relative talent scale, you'd probably put him above if technique factors into talent. Without it, they're just dead even. Um, yeah, and I basically just think like I think this right as impressive as Dabura's like coming up with like reverse curse technique kind of like from base principles is the lack of external knowledge he has kind of gets met in kind with the extent to which Yuta learns reverse curse technique, which is to be able to output it on his first go. And once again, unless you got the page saying, I, Yuta Akotsu, have seen someone use reverse curse technique and have had it explained to me, that nigga did it just off of instinct, which is like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm fucking with. So yeah.
He was just had an idea.
Yeah. Like you could say Sukuna you could say Sukuna is more talented than anyone else if you're following with the idea that like um if you're following with the idea that anytime he sees something he can copy it, like being able to look at an adaptation that Maharaga specifically has to spin the wheel several times for and then just yeah I can do that too is kind of fucking nuts. And the only reason he has to chant and sign for it now is because like he would have just been able to send those out just world cutting slash. He could have just had that. He needed to make a binding vow for the sake of beating Gojo due to his circumstances. But like that's insane. Learning to like Gojo made the blow up my brain, heal it shit. That's crazy. Sukuna did just see that and was like, yeah, sure. The splitting yourself into cursed objects across time, Kenjaku did that, and then he was like, yeah, I can do that too. Fuck.
Mm.
Um,
Yeah, I mean, Sukuna is just kind of cracked in that respect. But like, I saw somebody earlier in chat say, "What if under Yuji's hood is a second pair of eyes that he's growing
Hmm.
to kind of be more Sukuna-like?" I'm wondering, like, certain biological ticks, right? Like Sukuna's second pair of mouth, arms, yada yada.
Hmm.
Um, we'd basically say, like, similar with like Yuji and Gojo, right? Like the biological factors like do dictate a lot of like how they're able to do shit.
Hmm.
Um, does that inherently mean Sumerians are like more gifted on the offset because of their third eye in some respect?
Potentially, it's just kind of it's just hard to say because obviously we're only seeing the cream of the crop, right? We're only seeing Maru and Dabura, which are like presumably some of the stronger Sumerians that like their world has to offer. It'd be like if you cherry picked Gojo and Sukuna, or maybe even just Gojo and Yuta, and then threw them on. It's like, damn, dude. They're like, does their lineage automatically make them more gifted with curse energy? Well, theirs does, but humans, I don't know if it really gives them a higher baseline in general. Um,
True, but like a lot of the big three clans, claim to fame are the more physical aspects, like the heavenly restrictions, the fucking blood manipulation. Like blood manipulation in particular just gives you like, even if it doesn't make you special grade on the offset, right? Like you're never going to be weaker than like grade one,
mhm.
right? It's sort of a guarantee of like this. It gives you such a massive boost on like the shit that like makes sorcerers do what they do that it's I from that perspective I can see why it would be like a sacred technique. But like, you compare it to the limitless or the 10 shadows, like it doesn't really, it's not the same.
Mhm.
But yeah, no, I get it.
Yeah.
Okay, I see it.
It's
I
just
see the
tough.
vision.
Dabura's framed as like, dude, no one on my planet can fuck with me. And then Maru is like, dude, I'm such a fucking warrior. That's me. And it's like, damn, are you like? I know Dabura's not the average. Maru and Cross are probably not the average either. And we don't really see the average fight anybody else. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I guess like it would only, like if we saw like a control group, like whatever the Sumerian equivalent of like a grade four sorcerer would be, and they're like, damn, dude, like they'd put like Goodwill Maki on a T-shirt, you know, or like Nabara.
I mean,
It's interesting.
that's hard to food. No, that's crazy.
Mm.
No gender dysphoria. Kashimo's the strongest in the verse. He's like MFTL and has the best RCT and the best domain. And Mythic Beast Amber doesn't kill her. The old Chief Discante looks hella strong. Fuck. Went
He
straight
might
to
just be an
women.
old man.
Yeah, he did. He did. I did notice that, but I was gonna let it. I was gonna let it
I
fly.
did not.
Yes, you
My
did.
bad.
You went to Goodwill Monkey and Nobara.
I
Didn't
did.
even follow it up with like Panda or something. But hey, listen.
Forgot
Uh,
about Panda.
yeah.
They're just more memorable characters.
Didn't go to like Eno. Didn't go to like Nanami. Like definitely some like fodder you could have
Forgot
chosen
about
from.
them.
Okay, I'm sure.
My
Um,
bad. But anyway, I guess like the coup de grace, right? Blood manipulation in the modern era or the future. Crazy.
type.
Yuji did piercing blood and just fucking elevated it. What did you think of first of all, there's like two parts to it that I find interesting, like set for separate reasons. One is like obviously like him being able to do piercing blood and split it up and maneuver it inside with this much control.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing is like the blood pack thing. I do find that is like an interesting start. Like he didn't just like his own blood like
Mm-hmm.
from his veins,
Mm-hmm.
like from the tap, if you will, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder if it's some kind of binding vow or cursed object to like be able to do this shit if he preps them like grenades ahead of time, and maybe that's like a different application to show like how much he's grown, or if this is just like a condition. I'm curious, like is the ball an extension of thinking of technique evolution, or is it something else entirely, right? Because like they each have different ways to show like how much Yuji has
He
grown.
can, yes, he can
The
turn
end result,
he can turn curse energy into blood. That's just like that's something Yuji and Shoso can do. Um Yeah. So I mean, that's all it would have to be. He doesn't have to like. He's not Kamo. He doesn't have to like. It doesn't have to come from his body or like from blood packs. He can just convert. That's why he can
Yeah,
use RCT so easily.
yeah, like that's what I mean, right? Like this seems like a thing he's able to do casually, right? To the point where he's like, "Oh, too much,"
Mhm.
right? Like, did I overdo it?
Mhm.
What would happen if he was trying to overdo it?
Tight, bro.
Fuck.
Bro, he might have blown out even more windows.
So you're not impressed?
It's not that I'm not impressed. It's cool. It's just like it's a nice skill feat. That's it's
More than a power feat.
yeah, much more than a power feat. I mean, he didn't hurt anybody, and it doesn't really seem it seems to be the case that he wasn't particularly trying to.
Yeah,
Um.
it seems like it's non-lethal. I wonder his blood is probably poisoned, like Chosos is. So I imagine this is like his way of incapacitating everybody in the short term.
Mm-hmm.
Makes me wonder, like, if he wanted to, could he kill everybody here with piercing blood? Because it's like, again, this isn't like a referendum on Yuji, but it's sort of like these are all sorcerers and Sumerians with cursed energy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, is it really that easy?
Mm-hmm.
Sure, the humans, it's the weakest era of sorcery, whatever, right?
Come on, dude. These are at best a bunch of grade ones. Like at best, everyone in
Isn't
here.
that even?
At best,
Isn't that even worth like?
At best, everyone in here is like is like a Nanami. Yeah, dude.
Okay, so what's your take on like just damn Yuji's aura farming, or like is there like a more like I don't know, because like it's an interesting approach to him being here.
I don't know. Yuji, to me, Yuji kind of comes off a little goofy here.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know.
You got goofy.
Yeah, I got like that's why I was saying at the beginning of talking about the chapter, or at least when we talked about the Yuji section. I feel like Yuji is like not in like an overt way, but I really do think like him being like, oh damn, was that a bit too much? Yada yada. It doesn't feel like, fucking aura farming in the conventional sense. It feels kind of like this would like Nobara would have been like, God, you're overdoing it, and he would have been like, that would have been his response. I feel right, like I could very much see the Yuji of old, having similar reactions to this. Even him being like, even him being dramatic, like I told him this would happen. Well, not really. I didn't say anything out loud. Like that to me feels like you're undercutting the edge with a whole lot of like Yuji being Yuji at his core, in my opinion. Yeah.
Like a this is Yuji's, like he didn't really change. He's always been like a goofy little guy.
It's not that he's not like changed at all. It's just more so like I feel like people are expecting him to be like this fucking like, dude, fuck everything. I fucking like, no, I just don't see that yet. That's not what I see. Yeah, that's just not that's not how I see this going down personally. Like someone brought up the helicopter lady example. I actually have one in a similar place, but I think is like it's a bit better suited for it, right? And it's when he fights Haba, right? The strongest helicopter of, the past. Him being like, him
monster.
him fucking, slamming his hand into him. He's like, whatever. He's like, I'll bust him open, whatever. Then he's like, dude, I broke your hand. Mm-hmm. He's like, nah, it's not broken. He just kind of moves on about it. It's like, it's some cool shit to say, but it's like, he's kind of just, he's not trying to make someone
too
laugh.
Old to be edgy.
Low key, dude, you 87, bro, lock in. But yeah, that's
90-year-old man.
That's just how I feel.
I mean, it's fair. It's like, because okay, like it being non-lethal, at least tells me that he's there to talk. Like he's there to like at the very least negotiate.
That to me is what fried me. Yuji's not gonna. This thing's not Wolverine. I'm the best that I am, or what I do. All of you gotta fucking die. Like, bro, what? He said one line. It doesn't matter. Out of context, who knows what that could have been in response to? Damn, bro, what do you want for lunch tonight? Doesn't matter. Like it could have been anything. Like, Yeah.
it's the hood tax. Like it is what it is, right? Like it just makes all your shit sound mysterious.
Tight.
Like
You know,
Mm,
stream later. Doesn't matter. It worked. Fuck you. I don't know. Don't give me that.
are you gonna keep the hood on or take the hood off, bro?
No, I don't know anymore. Fuck no. Now I look like a fucking dork. Okay, no, it's cool. I'm keeping it on. I look so fucking stupid. I can't fucking. Can you talk, bro? Can you say something? Look, I'm like so aware of my hood now. Dude, please. I'm begging you. Say something. I want to hear your voice, bro. They need to hear your voice. Ugh.
Hey, creams. Put it back on.
What's up, bro?
I really just wanted to see if you listened, to be honest. That shit was corny as fuck. I'm not gonna lie.
I thought there was a
I just
kind
wanted,
of bit.
I just wanted to see,
trusted
I
you.
just wanted
I
to see,
trusted
I just wanted to
That's
see if
on
you
me.
would.
I trusted you, and that's
Fuck,
honestly
dude.
my fault.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of feeding off of this like insecurity you got going on. Like just this little, a little nugget of just like uncertainty. But yeah, you should have said good boy. I considered it. I just didn't want to like, you know what I mean. I saved those for the people special in my life. I'm not really just handing those out to anybody. But yeah,
Creams loves wearing hoods.
especially white ones.
Thanks.
That was a
Thanks for
follow-up.
completing that set.
Yeah, having a hood on, being constituted as edgy is kind of wild. I don't disagree. I know, bro. Used to get bullied. Used to is fucking wild.
Did you double up on that chat, dude? Oh my god, he did. Little fucker. Since Kamo pretty much left the Kamo clan and Kenjaku was still head of said clan, do we think Yuji became a clan head at some point? He's not moving like one. This guy looks like he's been retired.
Why do you think that?
He just sort of has that lone wolf energy to it. Like it's this like what? Why? What are you not laughing about, bro? Like what's up? What's got you cheesing?
I wasn't cheating, bro. Go ahead, continue.
Dude, I know your face. Like I know when you're trying to hold back a laugh.
Dude, I don't think anything's funny right now.
I see you quivering. I see you quivering. You fuck.
Not a damn thing's funny right now, bro.
Oh my god.
You just
Just
got
said
that
he looked
lone
kinda
wolf.
cool.
That got that lone wolf energy. Yeah, does he look like an alpha, bro?
Knew it.
Yeah.
It's not what I
Does,
said.
does, he,
It's
does,
not
he,
what I
does, he,
said.
does he look like an alpha, bro? Is he straying from the pack?
No.
Hell yeah.
I just
Yeah, bro. No, bro. Howl at the
he's just
moon with them, bro.
marching
bro.
to the beat
Put
of his own drum is all
bro,
I
put
meant.
the hood on and howl at the moon with them, bro. Lock in, bro.
I can't be around you people. The hood really fucking nerfed me, dude. It did something to my psyche.
He's the alpha. He's
Whatever
the
pride
leader.
I had
He's
left.
the one in charge.
Don't quote the song.
Yuji probably smell like old man pants now, man. Fuck. Old man pants, bro.
How
Oh,
much for a Cream's Howl?
1 gifted sub.
No.
Yes.
$10. Even. 2 gifted subs then.
Yeah, two gifted subs. He howls at the moon. Dude, you're so fucking funny.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, man. You get some gifted memberships for Thursday. I'll give you a little howl. I'll channel my windpipes.
Hey, bro. No, you just said 2 gifted subs. We're in a Twitch chat right now, bro. Give the 2 subs. He's howling. Bro, be smelling like an antique shop. It's like...
Are those the same pants and shoes he had since he was 15? Dude, imagine he still wears his old Jujutsu High uniform. Like, bro, you're 80. Take it off.
Bro peaked in high
fuck.
school. Oh, shit.
I want some curse to, like, see Mahito in the afterlife and be like, dude, I just met the most immortal guy to ever live. Holy shit. He's never gonna die. Fuck. Like, if I had generational beef with him, I'd want to remember it personally. Anyway, I'm gonna go reincarnate. See ya.
Unk still think he got it. Fuck.
Oh fuck, dude. I would kill if you're Mahito. What do you just have to reincarnate, right? Because like you're better off not having the memory of what he did to you. Just continue the cycle.
Nah. Let me get my get back. I got this.
You'd stay in the void if
No.
you were Mahito.
No, I mean he's gonna incarnate with his memories though, because auto transfiguration and all that. I'm gonna get my get back. I got that.
Is that? Did they confirm that?
I mean, yeah, he's like, yeah, I can. I got my one pulling up in Modulo. You're not him, but whatever. Yeah, Mai took him. I took him back. I took him back with his memories. Solo and Yuji. I'm locked.
No, because I thought like you can keep your memories in the void or whatever the hell that is. Because like Sukuna was able to, and then he walked off.
Yeah,
Presumably, like he's not.
Mahito can stay there because auto transfiguration. Like Sukuna.
I just thought it was
Sukuna's got to pass.
No, wait. I thought anybody can just like choose to pass on or not, and like people just do because like, what's the alternative? Staying in the fucking void? Like, you know what I mean? Like
because my curse technique affects the soul. This is the kind of residue of that. This place is a passageway for the circulation of souls, right? So he's like, yeah, I can just interfere with that. He's just like, yeah, I just pull up and talk to dead people. You know what I mean?
Interesting.
Creams just lets anybody fuck with him.
Why is that the first thing? What chapter is that? Is that in the original series?
Yeah, 271.
Or in Modula? Okay. Damn, the last chapter. Okay.
Cream skims chapters, so yeah. Let's see.
Overall, very solid like midpoint to the fight.
Yeah, I give it like a 7.5 out of 10. That's cool.
I don't know what I give it. Because, like, I did enjoy seeing Yuji come back, and I guess I enjoyed seeing Deborah kind of evolve, but, like, nothing... I'll give it an 8. I'm comfortable giving it an 8.
It doesn't really sound like you're comfortable giving it an 8.
I am. I got there. I just had to warm up.
What was the internal struggle there?
The internal struggle was like how much I weighed Yuji's comeback, basically, because I was gonna say like if it was just about Deborah and Maharaga throughout the entire time with some exposition, like for the humans and Sumerians, it was gonna be like a 7.
Mm-hmm.
Like Yuji's comeback elevates it because like hype moments aura and also like the way he came back was fascinating. Sweet.
Fuck. Okay, fairs. Okay then. All right. Cool. That would be good. That's a stream.
Yeah, I think that's a pod.
Cool. Yeah, appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all coming out today, chat. Appreciate y'all coming out. Hope y'all are all staying safe, staying warm, staying as snuggled up as possible. For members, we will see you guys this Thursday for another duality of man stream. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm excited. I'm elated. I'm exuberant, and I'm really looking forward to it. Remember, chat, if you want to see him play Sekiro, remind us early in stream. All right. Otherwise, we're so forgetful. Teehee. So make sure to remind him, and we'll get to that. I'm really excited. Yeah. Appreciate y'all. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.